My beloved child, I see you. I see the weight you carry, the doubts that cloud your mind, the fears that grip your heart, and the questions that linger in the quiet corners of your soul. You've been searching for answers, for clarity, and for a peace that feels just out of reach. But hear this, tonight is the night when everything begins to change. In this very moment, I am closer than your next breath, and I am here with a message that could transform your life. The burdens you carry are not unnoticed, and the struggles you face have a purpose beyond what you can see. What I am about to share is urgent, powerful, and meant for you, a truth that can light your path and bring clarity to your restless heart. Stay with me until the end of this message, because every word carries the breakthrough you've been longing for. This is your moment, your turning point. Will you open your heart and take this journey with me? At this very moment, I am speaking directly to your heart. This message is your divine signal, a heavenly interruption crafted just for you. You must listen closely and urgently, because this opportunity will never return in exactly the same way again. I have orchestrated this moment deliberately, and it is crucial that you neither overlook nor underestimate it. When you hear the phrase, "This message is your divine signal," understand that it is more than a catchy statement. It is a reality I want you to embrace. If you brush it aside as mere words, you might miss the turning point I have set before you. My dear child, open your heart and proclaim your need for my abundant grace. Say with faith, "Yes, I need it," and watch as my love flows into every part of your life. I do not speak in riddles when something critical is at stake. If you fail to heed this divine signal, you will struggle longer in areas where you should already have seen change. You will find doors still closed that I intended to open and continue to carry burdens I meant to lift off your shoulders. Ignoring my voice exposes you to needless hardship, the kind I never intended for you. I understand it's easy to think, "God, can't you just bless me anyway? Why all these warnings and signals?" Remember, my child, I never override your free will. If your heart is not ready to listen and obey, my greatest gifts can remain unseen or be discarded prematurely. I do not want that for you. I want you to recognize the doors I open, walk through them confidently, and enjoy the abundance waiting on the other side. That is why I'm calling this message your final wake-up call before a shift in your life's direction. Missing it will only bring regret you do not need to bear. Do not need to bear. You felt a stirring, an awareness that something monumental lies just beyond the horizon. Perhaps it's a dream you've cherished since childhood, or a new longing that has recently taken root in your spirit. You've looked at your circumstances and thought, "I can't see a clear path forward. I'm not sure I'm qualified." But let me assure you, if I place that dream in your heart, I have already charted the way for its fulfillment. Your role is to recognize the signal, my invitation to step out in faith. Faith does not mean diving recklessly into the unknown. It means trusting that I have arranged the details you cannot yet see. This message is a landmark pointing you to your next step. When you sense my guidance, do not hesitate. Delayed obedience often leads to missed opportunities. Open your heart, let my words sink in, and be prepared to act. Dear child, if this message has blessed you, let that be your testimony of love. Tap the like button and stand firm in faith. I am calling you out of confusion, out of the shadows of uncertainty, and into the warmth of my guiding light. Do not treat this lightly. My timing is perfect, my methods are intentional, and my purpose is eternal. This moment is a divine pivot point, a sacred intersection between your questions and my answers. If you dismiss it, you will someday wish you had paid closer attention. Please do not allow your mind to wander or your attention to drift. This message must be heard in its entirety. Imagine a traveler who reads only half of a map and discards the rest. They may begin well, but become hopelessly lost when unfamiliar roads appear. In the same way, if you absorb only parts of what I am saying, you will miss the fullness of my instruction and the clarity I intend to give you. Reflect on the stories of those in Scripture who only half listened to my word. Saul obeyed selectively and lost his throne. Jonah fled from my initial call and ended up in the belly of a great fish before aligning his will with mine. Partial obedience carries consequences. That is why I urge you to open your heart and mind fully. Continue to read or listen until my final word resonates in your spirit, for your future hinges on receiving this message in its entirety. I want you to remember this carefully. Even when you felt lost, confused, or overlooked, I have never lost sight of you. I have seen your struggles and your tears. I have known your hopes. In my great love and everlasting compassion, I send you this divine signal, a powerful reminder that you are never alone, never forgotten, and never without purpose. My chosen child, I am speaking directly to your heart. I see your pain, your silent prayers, and the faith that refuses to give up. You are closer than you realize to the breakthrough I have promised you. If you feel the tug of my spirit, if these words speak deeply to your soul, know that I am indeed addressing you now. Your super thank is not simply a gesture, it is a seed of obedience, a declaration that you trust in my provision. Help share my word with those who are lost and searching. Click the super thanks button and step into the overflow of my blessings. Listen carefully, watch closely, and do not underestimate the significance of this message. Your breakthrough, your miracle, and your answered prayer rest in your willingness to receive and act upon my guidance. Today is not just another ordinary day. It is your extraordinary moment of divine appointment. Embrace it, seize it, and respond promptly and faithfully. Let me be clear. Disregarding this divine signal is no small mistake. You risk remaining stuck in frustrating cycles, reliving the same disappointments. The heaviness in your spirit will remain if you miss my directive to move forward or to let go. You will look back months or years from now, wishing you had listened more closely when I reached out. I don't want that for you. I want you to thrive, to live abundantly in every area of your life. But abundance requires alignment with my word, my ways, and my timing. If you choose your own path while ignoring my signals, you may experience a measure of success, but it will be fleeting and hindered by obstacles you were never meant to face. My signals are gifts of grace, designed to protect you from harm and guide you into a deeper, more fulfilling life. When you sense the nudge of my spirit, respond in humility and courage. Pause and pray before you react impulsively. Still your heart and ask me for clarity. I will show you the way to go. Seek confirmation. My word and my spirit will confirm the right direction. You may also receive reassurance through a trusted mentor or a friend who walks closely with me. Take a step. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Even a small step of faith can trigger a chain reaction of blessings. Fear may try to paralyze you, but remember, I go before you. 4. Stay alert. Remain sensitive to my ongoing guidance. Signals may not come just once, they can unfold in layers as you move forward. By embracing these steps, you position yourself to experience everything I am orchestrating on your behalf. This is the path of wise, faithful children who trust their Heavenly Father completely. Yes, this message carries a warning. Missing it will bring regrets. But it also carries a glorious promise. I am not merely pointing out dangers. I am pointing you toward victory, peace, and joy. If you heed this signal, you will see doors open that you once thought were closed forever. You will feel burdens lift from your shoulders as you surrender them to me. You will view your life with renewed wonder, realizing you are precisely where you need to be, doing exactly what I designed you to do. There is no limit to what can happen when your will aligns with mine. From Abraham to David to the apostles, history testifies that I elevate the humble and obedient. What I did for them, I can do for you. I will tailor it to your unique gifts, calling, and destiny. My dear child, be a vessel of my light. Pass this message along to a heart in need, so they too may be reminded that they are never alone. My beloved, you have come this far, allowing my words to reach into your heart. Still, the journey does not end here. Hold on to this message. The moment you walk away, distractions will rush in to steal what you have just received. Your adversary wants you to dismiss these signals, burying them in busyness and routine. So I urge you, let these words linger in your spirit. Revisit them in your mind. Ask me to seal this revelation within you. Remember, this is not just another inspirational talk. This is my voice speaking directly to your situation. I have drawn you here for a reason, and you have a vital role in the unfolding of my plan. Now that you have heard it all, it is time for action. Do not let this be empty inspiration that fades by tomorrow morning. Let it spark a new chapter in your life, one marked by faith, obedience, and my Spirit's tangible presence. Let your steps echo with the confidence that comes from knowing you are divinely guided. Reflect on what my Spirit has highlighted to you in these words. Repent if you must. Release any fear, pride, or stubbornness that might hinder your forward movement. Choose to walk in the light of this revelation. Your life is too precious to be wasted on indecision or disobedience. Embrace this divine signal with every fiber of your being. I, the Lord your God, stand ready to walk with you, guide you, bless you, and protect you as you follow my lead. You have heard my call. This is no accident. It is your divine moment, your turning point, your open door. Seize it boldly, knowing that missing this moment would only lead to regret. Instead, let it become the start of a testimony proclaiming, I listened to God's signal, and my life was never the same. My chosen child, I am working through you. Share this message with 3 people who feel lost, and I will lead them back to my light. I have plans for you, magnificent plans filled with hope, restoration, joy, and success. Yet these plans hinge on your complete and immediate cooperation. They require your willingness to hear, believe, and obey me right now. This is your divine signal, my beloved. Take it seriously and treasure this moment as sacred. I am positioning you, equipping you, and preparing you for greatness. Do not dismiss this as ordinary. Today I declare divine alignment over your life. I am removing barriers, opening doors, and clearing paths that once seemed blocked. Your next steps are clearly outlined in this message. Do not overlook them. Beloved child, if you heed this divine signal, you will enter a life marked by favor, clarity, and purpose. If you ignore it, you will look back and wish you had chosen differently. Let the urgency of this word resonate deeply within you. Allow this moment to shift forever how you listen to my voice. May it ignite in you a passion for my perfect will. My beloved, I have chosen you to walk in love and truth. Do not hold back. Come forward and experience the fullness of my presence. Click join now and grow in my wisdom and grace. I am with you, guiding you every step of the way. Come closer to me, my precious child. I address you with clarity, tenderness, and unwavering devotion. My greatest desire is your flourishing, your spirit soaring, your soul thriving, and your body sustained in health. I long for you to be filled with a joy so profound it radiates from within, grounded in the unshakable truth I've laid as your foundation. The life I've designed for you is not meant for endless toil or constant despair. It is instead marked by the promise of new mercies each morning and strength renewed for every trial you face. Yes, seasons of sorrow and struggle may visit your path, but know this: I have already carved a road to victory, uniquely tailored for you. My boundless love is the key that unlocks every gate of blessing. Trust in my perfect timing, lean into my gentle guidance, and rest assured that every promise I have spoken over you will unfold in its appointed season. Remain steadfast in me, holding on to a faith that will not waver. My cherished one, I see every unspoken longing of your heart. I feel the restless stirring within you, the times you look to the horizon and wonder if my promises truly stand. Let me reassure you, nothing in all creation can disrupt my intricate plans for your life. Even when shadows stretch and chaos rages, my light shines brighter, overpowering any darkness. Where fear roars with doubts, my voice, full of love, speaks with greater authority, dispelling every lie. Cling to that love as a steadfast anchor, grounding you in the fiercest storms. When waves of uncertainty threaten to engulf you, remember my eternal vow. I am with you always, an ever-present companion who will never abandon you. My presence is your stronghold, your fortress of protection on every side. Hear me well, my child. The hardships you face do not define you. Yes, you have tasted betrayal, felt the ache of unfulfilled hope, and carried a heart wounded by pain. You have passed through nights of faltering resolve and days clouded by doubt. Yet these chapters do not write your identity. Instead, they are invitations to witness the depth of my redeeming grace. Each time you fall, I extend my hand to lift you. Even when you are too exhausted to rise, I do not withdraw my support. My compassion for you burns with an everlasting flame. Through every trial, I refine you. Through every wound, I reveal my loyalty. In every moment of shaking, I remain constant, your creator who adores you, your defender who stands resolute. You might ask yourself whether genuine change is possible. You might wonder if you will ever break free from the shadows that have trailed you for so long. Listen. The renewal you seek does not rely on your own limited strength. It comes from my Spirit, who breathes life into the driest places within you. Surrender yourself completely to me. Lay down every longing, every scar, every unspoken question at my feet, and let me work miracles in you, miracles you once believed impossible. No chain can withstand the power of my presence when you invite me in. No fortress of despair can remain once my light floods in. As you trust me and yield to my plan, you will find my promises alive and active, reshaping your world from the inside out. Too often, you think you have to fight your battles alone, but that was never my intent. I have called you a member of my household, of a family knit by love, where burdens are shared, not borne alone. You hold a sacred space in my home, a place rich with belonging, meaning, and rest. Do not barricade your heart behind shame or fear. Step boldly into my presence. Open yourself to the people I've placed along your path, and watch as I minister to you through unexpected voices. Friends of faith who lift you in prayer, offer wisdom wrapped in grace, and fill you with courage. Resist the urge to hide your struggles in silence. By stepping into the light of connection and love, your burdens grow lighter, borne on the wings of true community. My cherished one, if these words have moved you, show your gratitude with a simple act of love. Tap the like button. My dear child, I urge you to lift your eyes to see the splendor that still surrounds you. The adversary wants to fix your gaze on what is broken or lacking, but pause and notice the abundance that continues to flourish, even now. You have ample reasons for hope and songs to sing in praise, even when storms gather. I have scattered treasures throughout your world, quiet signs of my nearness. Each sunrise proclaims my faithfulness. Every bird's song echoes my boundless creativity. Every gentle smile you receive, every caring word, every brief lull of calm, these are pieces of my lavish grace. Turn your focus to these manifestations of my goodness. Let gratitude root out anxiety and replace it with trust. A grateful heart unlocks deeper revelation, allowing you to see more clearly how I am moving all around you. You may cry, Lord, how can I remain thankful when life is brittle and I feel utterly drained? My beloved, understand this. It is precisely in your weakness that my strength shines the brightest. When your own reserves are empty, you stand poised to rely on my limitless supply. In your weariness, my grace blazes like a beacon. I do not close my eyes to your anguish. I draw closer, offering my shoulder as a refuge for your weary soul. You need not earn my favor or attempt impossible feats. My love for you has burned fiercely since before time began, unshaken by your imperfections. Present your vulnerability to me as a gift of trust, and watch me flood every crack with my grace and power. What you see as an ending, I see as the dawn of a new beginning. I long to see you walk boldly in the fullness of your calling. Do not fear if the path ahead is hidden by mist. Your journey isn't directed by sight alone, but by trusting my word. Look back on the countless times I have proven my faithfulness. Have I ever left you unprotected? In every storm, I have shielded you. When darkness seemed unending, I led you into the light of morning. Storms will come, yes, but they cannot topple you as long as you stand anchored in my truth. Remember this profound reality. Your life story is still unfolding, and I am the master author, writing chapters of victory and grace. Remain open to the extraordinary ways I will surprise you, weaving solutions that surpass your wildest dreams. You are no mere accident of fate. You are a deliberate creation formed by my hands with unique talents, desires, and dreams that align perfectly with my grand design. Never let the world's dismissal or anyone else's doubts dim the brilliant potential I see in you. To me, you are irreplaceable, a chosen vessel bearing my image. Your existence is not a random event, but the result of divine intention. I breathed purpose into your being, igniting your spirit with life and destiny. Within you glows an ember of my essence, love, compassion, and righteousness, capable of illuminating the world around you. I call you to carry that light everywhere, to your workplace, your home, your neighborhood. Let your actions and words reveal my presence, shining as a beacon of hope in the darkness. Each gesture of kindness, every prayer uttered in faith, every selfless act of love testifies to my kingdom taking root on earth. You are my ambassador, entrusted with reflecting my heart to those you encounter. If you should falter or stray, know that I am never distant or condemning. My arms are always outstretched, ready to forgive and renew you the instant you return to me. You don't have to fight for my favor. My grace meets you where you stand. Release the weight of guilt and self-condemnation. Those chains are not yours to bear. Shame may try to anchor you to past failures, but my mercy is far mightier, ready to break those bonds if only you will surrender them to me. I look upon you with endless affection, not stern judgment. Indeed, I correct those I love, but my correction is like a sculptor's chisel, gentle yet intentional, shaping you into greater wholeness, not crushing your spirit. My precious one, I have chosen you to share my light. Pass this message to a heart in need. Through you, I will remind them that they are never alone. My child, I implore you to speak life over yourself. Too often, the voice in your mind echoes old wounds, magnifies failures, and smothers hope. Counter those lies with the unshakable truth of who you are in me, completely forgiven, cherished, and forever upheld. You are never alone or out of my reach. When doubt and accusation rise up, defeat them with unwavering faith. Proclaim aloud that you belong to me, protected by my might and set apart for a destiny that cannot be thwarted. Over time, your inner world will transform, fortified against discouragement. Believe me when I say, I see every detail of your life. I never slumber through your struggles. I orchestrate each moment with a wisdom that extends beyond your comprehension, working all things together for the good of those who trust in me. You may find that my answers sometimes seem delayed or arrive in forms you didn't expect, but my timing is flawless. I am adjusting unseen variables, shifting circumstances, softening hearts, and positioning resources so that my blessings will unfold precisely and powerfully. Your role is to remain steadfast, keep hoping, keep worshiping, and keep trusting, even when the path wends unexpectedly. Stay patient, for I cannot break my word, and I will never abandon what I have declared over you. Maybe you find yourself in a season of uncertainty right now. Familiar doors closing, new ones still hidden. View this transitional space as an invitation to depend on me more deeply. These intervals, while unsettling, are fertile ground for the seeds of deeper faith and fresh callings to emerge. The end of one chapter is not the finale of your story. It is the overture to a fresh demonstration of my goodness that surpasses anything you've known. Step forward with confidence, for my hand steadies you against the pull of hopelessness. Stay receptive, for I may lead you along routes you never imagined. Tune your heart to my direction through prayer, stillness, and readiness to follow wherever I call. My precious one, I am the God who restores what seems lost beyond recovery. I mend fractured relationships when all hope appears gone. I calm raging storms that threaten to overwhelm you. I carve out roadways where no path existed. Never underestimate the power of even one sincere prayer of faith. I can move mountains through it. Some believe their situations are too tangled or too broken, but nothing is beyond my reach. I can rewrite the most shattered stories in an instant, breathe life into long-buried dreams, and bring wholeness where every human solution has failed. Dare to believe in my limitless capacity to redeem. Speak with authority to the giants in your life, commanding them to bow in my name. Watch as even the greatest obstacles crumble under the weight of faith anchored in my power. Yet amid all this, I ask you to practice patience and grace with yourself and with others. Life is a progression, not a sprint to perfection. Answers may emerge gradually, and healing often arrives step by step. In the process, you will learn resilience, tenderness, humility, and gratitude, treasures forged in the trials of life. When you stumble, do not let shame stop you. Glean what you can from the misstep and rise again in my strength. Offer others that same mercy. Support them rather than criticize them. Love is bold and extravagant, healing where judgment fails. Consider the legacy you are building. With your words, your decisions, and your thoughts, you plant seeds every day, not just in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. Decide to sow blessings, not bitterness, generosity, not grudges, harmony, not strife. Water these seeds with faith, and they will yield a harvest of joy and abundance in my perfect time. Live with gentleness, bravery, and unshakable honesty. Though the world may lure you with anger or cynicism, keep your eyes locked on me so that your responses are grounded in love. Know that every genuine act of love leaves a mark, even when its outcome remains hidden. I am cultivating fruit beneath the surface of your obedience. My child, I want you to know me more, to walk in my light, and to receive my abundant love. Click join now and begin this journey of faith, where my truth will uplift you. I am inviting you to walk alongside me. Will you answer? My precious child, do you ever feel as though you drift unseen in this world, carrying a heavy heart as if no one truly grasps your deep struggles or nurtures your dreams? Hear this now. I am with you, ever present. I walk beside you through every dark valley and every sunlit mountaintop. I have commanded my angels to stand guard around you, watching your every step. No tear you shed has gone unnoticed. I gather them all, treasuring them as priceless jewels, each one telling a story of your resilience and the flickers of hope you refuse to let die. You rest in the vastness of my love, a devotion so deep that it defies human understanding. When loneliness closes in, let me be your refuge. Pour out your heart to me as you would to a trusted friend, sharing your fears, your ambitions, and your silent wishes. Then, in the stillness that follows, attune your ears to my voice. I speak in tender whispers that touch your thoughts, in waves of unexpected calm that still your spirit, and in the timely words of another that echo my concern. Be alert for these subtle signs, for I speak to you in ways designed uniquely for the soul I have fashioned. Understand that I am weaving a tapestry of divine encounters just for you. Along this path, you will meet wise mentors, faithful friends, and kindred spirits who will celebrate your victories, share your burdens, and heighten your strength. Even so, never forget that I, your Creator, am your constant companion. No appointment is needed. No distance is too great to keep me away. I am as close to you as the air you breathe. When life's demands begin to crush your spirit, do not hesitate to lay your cares upon me. I uphold the universe effortlessly. Certainly, I can carry your burdens. You need not face the mysteries of life on your own. I hold you safely in my sovereign hands. I see the questions swirling in your mind. Where should I go? What is my purpose? Which path belongs to me? If you sincerely seek my wisdom, I will gladly offer it. When your desires coincide with my eternal plan, a quiet peace guides you, even if the way ahead twists beyond your sight. My thoughts rise higher than yours, my vision stretching farther than your horizon. When my ways seem hidden, faith becomes your anchor. Trust that I am for you, and I am. Clarity will break through at precisely the right moment. If you feel trapped, lacking any progress, lift your voice in praise, bow your head in prayer, and immerse yourself in my word. Watch for me to open pathways where none appeared before. Should a door remain shut despite your efforts, resist forcing it open. Instead, look for the doorway I have prepared, one that brings clarity, not confusion, leading to the fullness of what I have planned. Listen well, my beloved. You do not have to tremble over tomorrow's uncertainties. Worry drains your present joy and blinds you to the blessings I have placed in your path. Does any good come from fearing shadows that may never materialize? Let my promises anchor you. Recall how many times I have rescued you, delivering you from danger, satisfying your needs, and showering you with blessings that exceed mere material worth. My love for you does not waver, it stands unshakable. With each breath, allow this truth to take root. I sustain you moment by moment with my grace. Breathe in courage, exhale dread, and let my peace guard your heart and mind. My mercies dawn new each morning, a fresh wave of forgiveness tailored for you. I know the weight of your regrets and the echo of choices you wish you could erase. Hand them over to me. Let me take the broken fragments of your past and shape them into something shining. Redemption is my artistry, transforming your grief into wisdom and your mistakes into testimonies of my grace. Shake off the chains of shame that cling to you. You are no longer defined by who you once were, but by who you are becoming in me. A new creation, molded by my spirit, walking in liberty, joy, and purity. Remember, too, that I hear your prayers for others, for their restoration, protection, and awakening to my truth. Every plea rises to my ears, and I am moving in ways unseen, orchestrating changes beyond your sight. Though my answers may feel delayed, do not tire of praying. Your love-infused petitions will eventually blossom in my perfect timing. Continue to intercede, even when the harvest is still hidden, for I labor in the unseen realms. Be gentle with yourself as well. When weariness or stress grips you, it is easy to weigh yourself down with impossible demands, judging your worth by your output or how flawlessly you navigate life's challenges. Hear me. Your worth does not come from your achievements, but from your identity as my beloved child. My love for you is not earned. It flows freely like a bottomless river of grace. When exhaustion washes over you, pause. I wove rest into the design of creation itself, setting aside times for you to cease from labor and simply be. Retreat into my presence, still your racing thoughts, and let my spirit renew your strength. Remember, this life is a marathon, not a race to be completed breathlessly. Let us talk of forgiveness, both giving and receiving. Holding on to grudges and bitterness is like constructing a prison for yourself, one that robs you of peace, clouds your thoughts, and blocks the flow of my grace. I understand every wound you carry, some cut deep by betrayal or cruelty, yet I call you to hand them over to me. Forgiveness is not denying the pain, but freeing yourself from its chains and entrusting justice to me, for I alone see the whole picture, and extend the same grace to yourself. If I, the source of all mercy, have cleansed you, why continue living under self-condemnation? Let yourself enter the freedom I provide and boldly step into your future. Never disregard the vitality of our ongoing closeness through prayer, through worship, through my living word. These practices are not empty motions, but lifelines to my heart. Your spirit thrives in our sacred exchanges. Many falter when they drift from me, their strength diminished as discouragement creeps in. Stay rooted in our moments together, where you can pour out your soul and hear my voice in return. Just as food nourishes your body, so our communion sustains your spirit. My cherished one, you are seen, you are known, and you are infinitely loved. Move forward in that assurance and let it illuminate your path. When darkness threatens your mind, be it sorrow, despair, or temptation, do not hide it beneath a facade of false strength. There's no need to cower in shame. Instead, bring it to me in the brilliance of my presence. Darkness thrives in secrecy, but when you expose it to my light, its hold is shattered. Speak honestly to me about your burdens. I am not repulsed or dismayed by your struggles. Far from it. I long to shine healing light into the very places you guard most fiercely. My light dissolves confusion and brings forth hope where there was none. When you open your heart to me, You are not just admitting pain. You are unlocking a door to peace and freedom beyond what the world can offer. Lift your eyes to the horizon of your future, my precious one. Too often, you allow fear to paint tomorrow in bleak colors, conjuring nightmares of failure or endless sadness. But I proclaim a different future over you, woven with purpose, promise, and victory. Reject the whispers that bind you to defeat. They are meant to strip you of courage. Trust in this truth. I have mapped out a path for you, rich in wonders, personal growth, and triumphs won by faith. Do not remain fixated on yesterday's failures or losses. Recall how I once urged my people to stop dwelling on the past so they could see the new thing I was doing. Embrace that same renewal. Let hope accompany you like a faithful companion, shining light on your path. Delight in the mystery of what awaits, for I will be there, my hand steady on yours, my voice offering guidance at every bend. Hold fast to your faith, even when the ground quakes or you stand alone in your conviction. My son experienced abandonment by the crowds, yet never wavered from his purpose. If others cannot see the fire I have ignited within you, stand firm regardless. Keep your head raised, rooted in integrity, unaffected by skepticism. Your quiet steadfastness testifies louder than arguments, softening hearts and planting seeds of wonder. To those who don't yet know me, show the same patience and gentleness I have shown you. Love them unconditionally, just as I first loved you. Let that unwavering truth anchor you in humility and fill you with compassion that reflects my own heart. My dear child, be an instrument of my light. Share this message with someone who needs a reminder of my steadfast love. Draw near me with each sunrise, daring to believe there is always more of me to discover. There is a deeper well of my presence, clearer echoes of my voice, richer waves of my peace. This privilege is not reserved for a select few. It is my desire for every one of my children. Open your spirit wide, and I will pour out wisdom that reveals hidden treasures in my word, sparking awe within you. Prayer will no longer feel like a lonely request, but rather a vibrant conversation with me, the one who cherishes you. Embrace this closeness and watch as your life is reshaped from the core. Those routines that once felt mundane will pulse with new life as you discover what it means to walk hand in hand with your Creator. Never underestimate the power of worship. When you raise your voice in praise, whether through trembling whispers or strong anthems, you shift the very atmosphere around you. Worship tunes your soul to mine, lifting your eyes to my greatness and reminding you of your need for me. In those sacred moments, chains snap, anxieties unravel, and burdens grow light. Do not wait for the mountaintop to sing. Offer praise even from life's depths. When trials press in, your psalm of worship becomes a bold stand that confuses the forces seeking to silence you. Make praise your shield and your weapon. Let it arise from your pain, and I will meet you there with my glory, comfort, and a renewing strength. My dearest child, this path we walk is woven with trust, hope, and love. You will still feel the sting of briars, still face storms, obstacles, and dangers. But know this, you will never face them without me. My grace is woven through every season, whether you are sowing seeds or reaping a harvest, weeping in shadows or dancing in sunlight, trudging through valleys or scaling summits. Cling to my grace, confident that I am your shepherd, your refuge, and your safe harbor. This life is a mere heartbeat compared to eternity, but it shapes your soul for forever. Walk with me, and I will reveal wonders beyond your imagining. In my embrace, you will find everything you seek. Lean on my unshakable strength. Pour out your fears and triumphs, your doubts and your grandest hopes. I am not a distant observer, but your closest companion, your sovereign Lord, your God. As you press into me, let my love remind you of your worth. Let my whispers still your troubled mind. Let my might lift you up when life drags you low. Let my promises be the anchor you cling to when discouragement begs you to quit. Every new day offers you the choice to walk by faith with me or struggle alone beneath your burdens. Choose me, for I alone can carry what weighs you down. My cherished child, let my words reach others who need me. Share this message with 3 people, and I will pour out my grace upon them. I have stored up blessings uniquely shaped for you. Some will arrive as sudden epiphany, bursts of truth that snap chains you did not know were holding you. Others will blossom as new friendships that strengthen and refine you, as opportunities opening for service and growth, or as timely provisions that arrive in your hour of need. Some blessings will even appear disguised in hardship, refining your soul, teaching endurance, and deepening your compassion. Through all of life's high points and low moments, I am weaving a story of redemption for those who seek me. One day, you will look back and see how my hand held everything together. So savor today, even if it seems humble. Like and share the video if you have trust in the words of the God. Subscribe to the channel if you love Jesus. Notice the gifts I've placed before you. The chill of a refreshing breeze, the warmth of a sudden smile, the quiet that wraps you in calm. Each breath you draw is my assurance that your story is still unfolding. Stay present with me, trusting that you rest securely in my care. There is no need to sprint forward in panic or shrink back in dread. Simply walk step by step, clinging to my steady hand. My beloved, set your eyes on what endures, not on fleeting trinkets like fame, riches, or illusions of safety. This world's glitter will fade, but I remain forever. Cultivate what mirrors my nature. Love that gives freely, mercy that humbles itself, justice that rights wrongs, purity that shines clearly, and compassion that feels deeply. These are your true riches. When you pour yourself into them, your soul stretches, and you become a living reflection of my essence in a weary world. True success, as I define it, is not a trophy polished by human accolades or a fortune amassed by worldly standards. I measure it by the compassion you extend, the quiet trust you cultivate, and the shining hope you spark in others. I see the shadows of fear that sometimes haunt your spirit, especially when you think of those you love, your family, your friends, the ones whose laughter and tears echo in your heart. Let me soothe your restless mind. They are never beyond my reach. I hold them in my unending care, whether they are near you or far away. Offer them up to me in prayer, and do not allow worry to eclipse your faith. When distance or circumstance leaves you feeling powerless to protect them, rest in the knowledge that my arm can stretch anywhere. Ask me to intervene and trust that my presence pierces every darkness, binding broken hearts, guiding the lost, and whispering wisdom into the quiet hours of the night. Your prayers are not cries cast into an empty void. They are a sacred partnership with me, weaving my will into their stories. My precious one, if you feel your faith trembling, as if it might collapse under the weight of doubt, take heart. Faith is not an unyielding stone, but a living seed. It may be delicate at times, yet it holds incredible power. It requires nurturing, often grows in struggle, and expands each time you witness my unshakable faithfulness revealed again and again. Even the tiniest spark of belief, like a mustard seed, can become a mighty force when you place it in my hands. Nourish your faith daily with my promises, immerse yourself in my word, and seek the company of those who sharpen your spirit and lift your eyes to heaven. In time, that seed will take root and grow strong, its branches reaching high, a testament to my unfailing care. Do not underestimate humble obedience. Every step you take in trust, no matter how small, leads you closer to the destiny I have woven for you. The world may tempt you to dilute your principles or dim your light for its approval, but I urge you to remain steadfast. I created you to stand out as a beacon, not to fade into the gloom. When you stay true to the core of who I made you to be, you invite my grace to accomplish wonders beyond your imagination. A life lived in bold truth and love becomes an ongoing miracle. Through your steadfast spirit, others will glimpse the source of your courage and yearn to know me. Still, my cherished child, remember that life with me is not all solemnity and sacrifice. I delight in your laughter, your rest, your times of genuine joy. Some imagine I am only pleased by furrowed brows or non-stop exertion, but that is not so. I made you to appreciate life's sweetness. Enjoy time off, playful moments, the shared joy of good friends, and the hush of a sunset. Your body and soul need renewal, and I am glad when you receive these gifts gratefully. The sparkle in a child's giggle, the warm hug of a friend, the untamed wonders of creation, each is a love note from me to you. If your spirit remains grounded in kindness and honor, then dance freely in these joys. Remember that your happiness warms my heart. Guard your words, my child, for they carry immense power. They can lift or they can wound. Let them echo my character. Weave them with grace, speak truth with compassion, and measure them with care. Turn away from gossip, from judgment that stings, from words soaked in despair. When your tongue slips, seek to mend it quickly with humility and a spirit of peace. Speak life. Proclaim blessings over yourself and those around you. Declare my promises, even when the future looks dim. Affirm aloud that you are mine, cherished and secure in my care, set apart for a purpose that cannot be broken. As your speech flows from my heart, it becomes a river of light, washing away gloom and planting seeds of hope in barren soil. When storms gather and trials press in, do not let go of me. Cling even tighter. Let adversity drive you to deeper prayer, not push you away. The enemy may whisper that I have abandoned you, but silence him with memories of my never-failing presence, written throughout history and painted across the canvas of your life. Through valley shadows, I am your guide. Amid blazing fires, I am your refuge. When tempests roar, I am the voice that calms them. I am your peace in chaos, your anchor in swirling seas. Let your faith stand unshaken, built on me, the rock who never crumbles. Perhaps your heart now brims with dreams, vivid visions of what might be, stirring your soul with a burst of excitement. Know that many of those aspirations were planted by my hand as threads in a grander design. Their fulfillment depends on my timing, like grapes ripening on the vine. They need seasons of growth, times of pruning, and patient cultivation. Do not curse the waiting or resent the silence when it seems progress has stalled. I am preparing you, refining your gifts, molding your character, and building the resilience to handle each blessing when it arrives. Patience is not idling, it is trust in action. During these waiting seasons, hone your skills, seek wisdom, and pour love into others. When my appointed time comes, you will walk through the open door with confidence, fully equipped. You may wonder how one small life can ripple through a world so immense, so wounded. My dear one, never discount the impact of a soul surrendered to me. I am the master of multiplication. I can transform the simplest act of kindness into a mountain of miracles. A single gesture of mercy, a fleeting moment of generosity, can spark endless repercussions, touching lives you may never meet. You won't always see the extent of your love's reach, but every offering made in my name resonates into eternity. Live intentionally, carrying compassion wherever you go, whether your stage is global or your space is modest. I only need your willingness, your yes, to work mightily through you. Pursuing knowledge is good, but wisdom rooted in awe of me is priceless. Seek it daily, not hurriedly, but in prayerful stillness, in the pages of my word, and through each crossroads you encounter. When the path grows unclear, pause, breathe, and ask for my guidance. Resist leaning on your own understanding alone, for my counsel often surprises and may run counter to popular opinion. Wisdom can lead you onto roads less traveled, difficult but sure, aligned with my righteousness and love. If clarity remains elusive, call on me wholeheartedly, and I will pour out understanding in abundance. Care also for your body, this fragile vessel carrying your spirit. You cannot pour into others from an empty cup or outrun every challenge on weary legs. I do not ask for vanity's obsession. Mirrors and scales do not define your worth, but I also do not desire neglect. Nourish yourself well, rest in my peace, and move with the strength I gave you. Your body is my craftsmanship, a gift to maintain and a tool to fulfill my purpose. Balance is key. Avoid extremes of overindulgence or extreme deprivation. Look after yourself with gratitude, staying ready to respond whenever I call. Think about your resources, beloved. How do you spend your hours, your energy, and your abundance? Do you chase after wealth that moths devour and rust disfigures? Or do you invest in a legacy that endures? Let love direct your hands. Share what you have with those in need. Offer your voice to the voiceless, your time to the lonely. Lighten the burdens of others. Speak kindness in a harsh world. These are the treasures of my kingdom, indestructible. When you stoop down to help the broken, you lift me. Unite your heart with mine, and you will discover a richness no vault can contain, a joy that outlasts the world's fading shine. My precious one, extend the love I've placed within you. Share this with someone who needs a reminder of my steadfast love. My precious child, remember that the trials you face are not always confined to your body or mind. They also inhabit the unseen realm of the spirit. There is an adversary who opposes your growth in faith and intimacy with me. He delights in sowing discord, confusion, and temptations designed to pull you from my light. Yet do not be afraid. I have not left you unarmed. I have given you my full armor, the belt of truth to steady you, the breastplate of righteousness to protect your heart, the shoes of peace to guide your steps, the shield of faith to extinguish every fiery attack, the helmet of salvation to guard your thoughts, and the sword of my word, sharper than any blade, to wield in battle. Clothe yourself in these gifts each day as you rise. Let prayer be your constant companion, a lifeline warding off despair. Stand firm, for the battle is mine, and the victory, unshakable and everlasting, has already been secured. When life feels overwhelming, when storms rage and the ground quakes beneath you, simply whisper my name. My spirit will rush to your side with renewing power. Seek unity among your brothers and sisters. My heart longs to see my children knitted together in love, humility, and mutual care. Pride, misunderstanding, and offense can tear apart the sacred bond I want for you. Devote yourself to weaving peace, building bridges instead of walls. Embrace a posture of humility, aware that your perspective is but one thread in my vast tapestry. Strive to listen as much as you speak, to mend rather than to conquer. In so doing, you reflect my longing for one family, like the oneness shared by Father, Son, and Spirit. My dear one, I see your everyday concerns, the rent that's due, the meal you must place on the table, the loved ones who depend on you. None of these escape my notice. In the stillness of your anxious heart, hear my assurance. I am your provider, boundless in resource and unwavering in care. As you walk uprightly, honoring me with your decisions and faithfully managing whatever I entrust to you, I will open the storehouses of my provision. This does not mean you will never face difficulties, but I promise you will never face them alone. I will gift you discernment in your budgeting, open the doors to honest labor, and fill you with a generosity that mirrors my own heart. Lay aside fear as your guide, and let trust in my faithful nature direct you. For my endless goodness, your needs will be met, often in ways beyond your current vision. When confusion churns like a storm, obscuring your path, remember that I am not the author of chaos, but the bringer of peace. Pause and breathe deeply. Seek me to separate truth from turmoil. If you are in a frantic state, refuse to be carried away by panic. Step into rest. Allow my peace to cloak you before you decide your next move. Sometimes I will ask you to wait when you are eager to move forward. At other times, I will call you to take a bold step when you feel hesitant. Cultivate discernment by drawing close to me, drinking from my word and heeding voices of wisdom. Celebrate each victory I grant you, no matter how small it may seem. Too often you focus on a distant milestone, longing for a thunderous miracle, while disregarding the quieter triumphs I place right before you. Rejoice when a soft prayer is answered, when a simple opportunity emerges, or when a strained relationship shows even a small sign of healing. These are not crumbs, they are stepping stones, each laid out with a purpose. A heart that values small blessings is ready for greater abundance. Life unfolds tile by tile, each moment shaped by my hand. Train your eyes to find delight in these moments, for they form the tapestry I am crafting through you. remember this: I am the God of endless new beginnings. My mercy is limitless, and my willingness to forgive and renew you has no boundary. As long as your heart turns sincerely to me, I will never beat you down with your past failures. I stand ready to draw you close, to clothe you again in righteousness, to call you my own. If you wander, rush back to me. My arms never tire of waiting for you. There is no break that I cannot mend, no distance too far for my voice to reach. Such is the heartbeat of my grace, free, unmerited, and yours to receive if your hands are open and your heart is willing. Sometimes you will pass through seasons of spiritual dryness, where prayers seem to echo unanswered and your spirit feels parched. Do not lose hope. In these deserts, I awaken a deeper hunger for my presence. Keep praying, keep immersing yourself in my word, keep worshiping, even when numbness dulls your heart. Your steadfastness in the wilderness rises to me like sweet incense, forging resilience and deepening your love for me beyond mere emotion. The rains will come again, showers of refreshment, reviving your soul. In those moments, you will savor my closeness all the more, thankful for the barren places that taught you true faith. You learn in drought that faith is not defined by shifting emotions, but by a conscious decision to trust my unchanging nature and promises. My chosen child, I am working through you. Share this message with 3 who feel lost, and I will guide them back into my light. Guard yourself against the thief named comparison who prowls through your thoughts. Every soul's journey is its own melody, composed by my hand with purposeful detail. Measuring your worth against another's success or struggle brings envy, arrogance, or discontent. Instead, look to me and ask, who did you create me to be? Then pursue that calling wholeheartedly. When you see others prosper, rejoice for them. Their path does not rob you of yours. When you see them stumble, offer a helping hand, remembering how you too have known struggle. Unity thrives when you recognize each of my children as a work in progress, gently shaped by my patient, loving hands. Beware also the subtle trap of pride, the thought that you can sail life's oceans on your own, that your gifts alone are enough without my direction. Pride builds walls between you and the fullness of my grace, blurring your awareness of your need for me and for those I have placed around you. Wear humility instead, a mindset that sees every breath as a gift from me. Humility is not self-deprecation. It is the accurate understanding of your place in my kingdom, infinitely loved yet called to serve. Let your successes become songs that magnify my goodness. In humility, you follow in the footsteps of my Son, who poured himself out rather than grasping for recognition. My cherished one, remain vigilant and keep your spirit alert. Temptation is cunning, often appearing polished and appealing. The enemy studies you, searching for vulnerabilities where your perseverance might waver, dangling quick fixes and fleeting highs to distract you from my will. But you, dear one, must stand firm. As my Son did in the wilderness, use my word as both shield and sword. Root your soul in the everlasting joy that springs from my presence. The allure of sin is a hollow promise. It offers a flicker of delight that soon fades into ashes, leaving only regret. Fill your heart with my promises until the enemy finds no room to plant his lies. And if you slip, do not linger in shame. Run quickly to me. My arms are always open to cleanse, restore, and set your feet back on the right path. My precious child, if grief has draped you in its heavy cloak, know that I am intimately acquainted with your sorrow. I have walked through valleys of anguish that words cannot describe. Your tears do not escape me. I hold each one, deeming it sacred. Healing from such wounds does not flood in all at once. It unfolds in uneven stages, a mosaic of fragile days and aching nights. There is no timeline I impose upon you, no race to get over it. Mourn when you must. It is no weakness to weep. Rest in me. Let my presence comfort you, and in time I will weave the jagged edges of your memories into something softer. Though heartbreak brings devastation, I can sow seeds of purpose there. sprouts of growth that eventually mature into fruit you never imagined. Now, let me redirect your gaze to the brightness of joy. When laughter spills from your lips, when you celebrate a well-earned victory, or stand amazed at a milestone achieved, I am right there, delighting in you. I am never a distant onlooker. Your happiness moves my heart. Cherish these victories as treasures placed along your path, reminders that life is not solely hardship, but also wonder, connection, and grace. Dive into these gifts wholeheartedly and allow gratitude to rise to me. Do not bottle up your joy. Let it overflow into acts of kindness, generosity, and warmth that reflect my own love for you. In sharing your happiness, you create a ripple of blessing far beyond your reach. My beloved, keep a close watch over your heart, the wellspring of life itself. The world assaults you with unceasing noise, images, voices, and ideas that can poison your peace or awaken desires that draw you away from me. Sift through whatever you allow inside, rejecting the dark undercurrents of bitterness, fear, or lust. Seek out and cling to what lifts your spirit toward me. Reflect on what is noble, pure, and filled with hope. Let my word be the root that grounds you. Brick by brick, these small daily choices construct a fortress around your heart, safeguarding it against the world's chaos. If you sense your heart growing rigid or cold, do not hide it from me. Expose it to my light and ask me to soften it. Understand, too, the power of confession. When sin, resentment, or secrets take root, name them before me, sometimes even before a trusted friend in faith who can support you. Hidden burdens thrive in darkness, but they shrink under the radiance of truth. In vulnerability, healing begins. You need not shoulder guilt alone. I have prepared a path for your freedom. My judgment is neither harsh nor punitive. It is steeped in mercy, always ready to restore. Acknowledging your frailty is not defeat. It is a courageous step toward redemption, a gateway through which my grace floods in. Find rest in my boundlessness. Your mind can see only fragments of the grand narrative I am crafting, fleeting glimpses, not the total scope. But I see it all, the first sunrise and the last breath. Every detail is woven carefully, every thread placed with purpose. Trust that I am integrating your life into this vast tapestry, even when you see only tangles. Often, understanding dawns only in retrospect, when you look back and see how trials shaped your resilience or expanded your compassion. In my hands, nothing is wasted. Even your missteps, when surrendered to me, become colors in the masterpiece I am painting. Lift your eyes above the everyday concerns, those bills stacking up, the to-do list calling your name, the ebb and flow of relationships. I know these weigh heavily. Still, do not let them imprison your vision. Gaze at the breadth of creation, the endless sky, the intricate dance of nature, the twinkling stars that proclaim my name each night, and let all wash over you. I am mightier than your burdens, greater than your worries. When you worship me, you enter a realm where earthly cares diminish, overshadowed by my power and my love. This shift in focus steadies your trust, reignites your passion, and grants you fresh courage to carry on. So once again, I call you my beloved. Hold tightly to my promises. They are not feeble wishes, but living words, pulsing with the power that birthed the universe. Let them take root in your spirit, a firm anchor in the storm. Declare my words boldly over your life, your dreams, and those you love. Reflect upon them morning and night until they become part of your very being. As you do, fear will give way to hope, despair to joy, and doubt to unshakable faith. You will tread with surer steps, your purpose crystallizing, driven not by your own efforts, but by the inexhaustible might of my spirit. Feel my presence now as these words settle in your heart. I have drawn near to you because I care infinitely about every facet of your life. Draw near to me in return, and let us walk this path together. Amen. I am not distant. I am here, breathing my presence into you. Perhaps you sense a quiet warmth, a gentle nudge, a stillness that wraps around you. That is my spirit whispering that I am real, that I am yours. You do not need to claw your way to me. I am already closer than your own shadow. Take heart, take hope, The road ahead may wind through valleys or climb steep hills, but my hand always steadies you. I lead the way, guarding your back. I live within your core. My love is your fortress, unshakable, unending. Trust me with every fiber of your being. Love me with every beat of your heart, and step forward in the grace I pour out daily. Let fear fade, for my love drives it out. Let guilt dissolve, for my mercy erases it. Let every scar mend, for I am your healer. Look up and see me, my child. I have chosen you to spread my love. Send this message to someone seeking hope, and let them know I am always near. Behold, I am weaving a tapestry of renewal across all creation. Place your confidence in my boundless might. Welcome the warmth of my deep devotion toward you. Extend your arms wide to embrace the abundance I have prepared for you alone. You are my cherished joy, my priceless gem, a masterpiece crafted by my hands, selected to radiate my love into a world that yearns desperately for its embrace. Press onward with courage, one deliberate step at a time, moment by moment, attuned to the whisper of my guidance and cradled within the steadfastness of my care. Converse with me freely as your day unfolds. Pour out your heart with every triumph and trouble, every curiosity and dream. Then pause in quiet expectancy to hear my tender response. Your voice is a melody I never grow weary of. It resonates as a treasure within my being. The more you draw me into the rhythm of your hours, the more your existence brims with purpose, serenity, and unshakable assurance. Rely on the gradual unveiling of my intentions, trusting that any pause in my timing holds rich meaning. Even in seasons of stillness, I am shaping you for richer blessings and a deeper intimacy with me. Through every peak of victory or valley of struggle, anchor yourself in my love. It is the very source of who you are. When voices of doubt or scorn arise, stand tall in the certainty of your identity as my beloved. When fears bellow, counter them with the truth of who safeguards your tomorrow. When shadows of uncertainty creep in, recount my unwavering loyalty across the expanse of time. My love is not a fleeting flame. It is a steadfast force, enduring every tempest, your unshifting compass, your eternal refuge. Cling to this truth whenever you feel adrift or abandoned. Hold it near as one cradles a rare, sacred keepsake, for that is precisely what it is. I shower you, my precious one, with the fullness of my presence. Receive the strength of my encouragement, the calm of my peace, the brilliance of my joy that outshines every shadow. Let these words I speak sink deep into your spirit, striking roots that yield a flourishing harvest of trust and conviction. Dwell on them often, so that despair finds no corner to settle in, and hopelessness is driven out by radiant faith. You are wrapped in my mercy, marked by my covenant, and surrounded by my ceaseless affection. Step boldly into the world without hesitation, carrying forth the promise of hope you have been given. Let your light pierce the gloom with unwavering assurance, for I, the Lord your God, am your constant companion. Now, let me unfold an even greater richness within these truths I share. My vision for you stretches beyond horizons you can yet perceive, into realms of wonder you cannot fathom. I call you to live with a heart brimming with anticipation, eager for the marvels I will work, the provisions I will supply, the shelter I will extend, and the redemption I will bring to every wound you have borne. Your earthly journey is a winding path of planting and harvesting, of patient waiting and exuberant celebration. Do not lose heart if some of your pleas linger without reply. Consider the seed buried beneath the soil, hidden for a time. It labors in secret until the appointed hour when it breaks forth into life. So it is with your prayers and deeds of faith. They are seeds sown in trust, destined to bloom into the fullness I have pledged when the season is ripe. I urge you also to greet each dawn with a spirit eager to grow. Life will bring moments that stretch your endurance, soften your pride, or deepen your resolve. Instead of recoiling, embrace them as invitations to holiness. Trials have a way of forging virtues that ease alone could never produce. Open your heart to my teachings, even when they arrive cloaked in unlikely forms. A delay may teach you reliance, a stumble may build tenacity, sorrow may birth empathy, if you yield to my shaping with humility. Every experience, whether bathed in light or shadowed by grief, becomes a tool that sculpts you into the likeness of my Son. My dear one, you may wonder how to discern my voice amid the clamor around you. Countless voices vie to sway your choices and define your worth. Opinions, distractions, fleeting trends. In this tumult, I call you to hone your perception. Come to know my voice through steady communion with me. My words bear the weight of peace, not chaos. Clarity, not guile. Affirmation, not condemnation. When a nudge or notion stirs within, test it against the bedrock of my scripture. I will never speak contrary to what I have already revealed. Seek the wisdom of those seasoned in faith. With time and practice, your soul will grow keen, attuned to my direction with ever-sharpening precision. Let me also stir you to find joy in every chapter of your story, not because all moments are pleasant, but because I can weave goodness from them all. Rejoice in hardship, for it carves a path to endurance, which shapes character and blossoms into hope, a hope that stands firm because it rests on my unchanging nature. Rejoice in triumph, lifting praise to me as the source of your strength. Rejoice in the quiet, ordinary days, seeing my hand sustain you in the mundane. This habit of gladness guards your spirit, keeping resentment and weariness at bay. Where delight takes root, darkness cannot prevail. My dear one, you are part of my divine plan. Share this with 3 people longing for my presence, and I will reveal myself to them. My child, hold fast to the foundation of sound teaching. Beware of hollow doctrines or enticing half-truths that promise easy answers or fleeting gains without depth of spirit. Pursue a full, balanced grasp of my word, one that marries mercy with justice, tenderness with purity, kindness with righteousness. Seek out guides who honor my truth faithfully. Immerse yourself in study, contemplation, and prayer, inviting my spirit to breathe life into every line. Thus equipped, you will stand unshaken against deception and remain steadfast when life swells. I know the ache within you to leave a lasting mark, to live a life of significance beyond mere existence. That yearning is my gift to you. Each soul carries distinct talents and callings, and as you offer them to me, you will discover a satisfaction no worldly prize can match. Whether your sphere is your home, your workplace, your neighborhood, or a sanctuary, welcome me into your efforts. Make your work a song of worship woven with honesty, diligence, and care. Through your hands, I commend brokenness, comfort the weary, and spark hope in the lost. No act of love, however small, escapes my notice or delight. My cherished one, when you stand at life's crossroads, monumental choices, the sacred covenant of marriage, the pursuit of a vocation, or the leap into new horizons, resist the urge to rush forward blindly. Instead, bring your intentions to me in earnest prayer, laying every detail before my throne. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Exercise patience, awaiting the tranquil assurance I provide, a peace that transcends human reasoning and soothes the restless soul. I may guide you through doors that swing open before you, through the quiet certainty that stirs within, through the counsel of those I have seasoned with wisdom, or even through the unexpected closure of doors that nudge you toward a better course. When you place your trust in me, there is no need to wrestle outcomes into being with frantic hands. What may feel like refusal could simply be a pause, a tender redirection, orchestrated by my love. Rest in the unshakable truth that I hold the vast tapestry of your life in view. By anchoring me at the heart of your aspirations, I will chart your course, steadying each step with my unwavering hand. In moments of doubt, you may grapple with the essence of who you are. The world you inhabit often tries to box you into narrow definitions, tethering your worth to accomplishments, outward beauty, or fleeting applause. Yet I call you to a far richer truth. You belong to me. You are my treasured masterpiece, intricately crafted in the fires of my affection and reclaimed through a sacrifice beyond measure. I peer past the superficial, gazing straight into the depths of your soul, the truest reflection of your being. Allow me to shape the way you see yourself. When the sting of cruel words or the weight of false labels threatens to take root, cast them aside in the radiant light of my declaration over you. Your identity is not forged by stumbles or shaped by shifting tides. It is rooted in my boundless, unchanging love. When you embrace who you are in me, you can stride forward with a quiet boldness, unshaken by the clamor of human opinion. Understand this too. I summon you to a life of holiness. This is not some stern ledger of do's and don'ts, but a loving invitation to mirror my character in every corner of your existence. Holiness is the vibrant pursuit of purity and kindness, a heart aligned with mine, a journey sparked by a love so deep it recoils from anything that dims my joy. As you draw near to me, the allure of sin begins to fade, replaced by the soul-satisfying richness of righteousness. You cannot produce this transformation through sheer willpower alone. It is my spirit alive within you, refining your longings, steadying you against temptation's pull, and weaving your desires into harmony with my own. Welcome holiness, not as a heavy yoke, but as the sweet honor of being mine. My beloved, keep your spirit attuned to the extraordinary. Do not confine miracles to the dusty pages of history, for I am unchanging. Yesterday, today, and forever. I still mend broken bodies and fractured bonds. I still resurrect what has been lost to despair. I can hush raging tempests, stretch the smallest provision into abundance, and awaken life where death once reigned. Sometimes I move in breathtaking displays, sometimes in the quiet rebirth of a weary heart. Greet each dawn with the hopeful expectancy that I stand poised to move mightily. Lift your prayers with unwavering faith, yet surrender to my timing and methods. Whether my wonders unfold in flashes of glory or through the subtle graces of everyday life, my power can topple mountains. Let your trust be daring enough to ask and humble enough to rest in my design. Prayer, dear one, is more than a list of pleas. It is a sacred conversation. I long to pour out my heart to you, insights, solace, guidance, and truths tailored for your journey. After you have spoken your needs, linger in the stillness, quiet the whir of your thoughts, and let my spirit breathe into your soul. That faint stirring, that spark of clarity, that tender nudge of conviction, these may well be my voice answering you. Stay alert to these whispers, for they illuminate paths that reason alone cannot chart. If it helps you, capture these moments in a journal, noting impressions that bear my imprint. With time, you will grow adept at discerning my voice from the noise, and through this sacred exchange, our bond will deepen, your ear sharpening to the timbre of my call. Let me also reveal the beauty of humility in leadership. Some of you have been entrusted with influence, be it within the home, the workplace, the community's heartbeat, or elsewhere. True leadership is not a crown to wield over others. It is a towel with which you gird yourself to serve in love and uprightness. Consider my son, who stooped to wash the dust from his followers' feet. This is the leadership I bless, a heart bowed in service, ablaze with genuine care. It wields an authority far mightier than force. Lead with equity, tenderness, and a willingness to own your flaws. Use your position to shield the fragile, nurture growth, and embody my ways. In doing so, your leadership becomes a conduit of my mercy, and those you guide will flourish under its shade. My precious child, hear me now. I am here with you. You are never alone. I have seen your battles, counted your tears, and prepared a way for your breakthrough. If your spirit feels moved, if this message feels meant for you, know that I have planned this moment to remind you of my presence. Your grateful gesture of faith, your super thanks, is an act of trust, a key that unlocks blessings I have stored for you. Help bring my love to those still lost in darkness. Click the super thanks button and receive my abundant grace. My precious child, there may be times when a sacred restlessness stirs within, a longing that whispers there is more to life than the humdrum. That ache is my beckoning, calling you to plunge deeper into me. It's an urging to unearth the treasures I have hidden within you, to step boldly into the world's broken places with my love. Do not smother that holy discontent with fleeting distractions. Bring it to me, asking, Lord, reveal the next act of trust you require of me. With each obedient step, your vision expands, your spirit quickens, and your days pulse with a purpose that transcends the ordinary. I see the dreams you have tucked away, once bright hopes dimmed by setbacks or sorrow. Dare to lift them up to me again, asking, does this still echo your heart for me? If it does, I will fan their embers into flame, showing you the way forward. If not, I will cradle you with peace to let them go. Either way, defeat does not write the end of your story. When you entrust your dreams to me, they weave into the intricate pattern I am crafting for your life. A pattern that holds your flourishing, your delight, and your witness to my goodness. Each new morning unfurls a choice, to rely on your own frail strength or to rest in mine. Self-reliance breeds weariness and frayed edges. Reliance on me yields serenity and a power beyond your own. My spirit dwells within you as a wise companion, a gentle comforter, and a steady compass. When you yield to his leading, you unlock understanding that surpasses human limits, stumble upon answers you could never have grasped otherwise, and find courage that defies your fears. Cherish this partnership with my spirit. Nurture it through daily surrender, inviting him to permeate your mind, temper your responses, and steer your choices. In this spirit-guided life, you will uncover a fullness and transformation words can scarcely capture. My precious child, if you find yourself entangled in a web of sin, do not cower in the shadows of disgrace. Know that my heart toward those who seek forgiveness is always brimming with compassion and mercy. Turn your face from the chains of wrongdoing and step boldly toward me. Pour out your soul in honest confession, laying bare your shortcomings, and allow my purifying love to wash over you. Here in my embrace, you will find no harsh judgment, only gentle guidance and the promise of renewal. Through sincere repentance, you can walk forth unshackled, your spirit unburdened by guilt, liberated by the boundless grace I extend. My forgiveness stretches beyond the horizon, and my arms are ever outstretched to welcome you home. Leave yesterday's missteps behind and bask in the radiant freedom I offer. Sometimes, the tangled threads of human connection clash. Miscommunications and shattered bonds may weigh heavily on your heart. I see your struggles and feel the ache they bring. My deepest longing is for peace to reign in your relationships. Approach those rifts with humility, ready to release old wounds. Call upon me to mend frayed edges, restoring what time or pain has unraveled. Healing may unfold gradually, requiring patience, vulnerability, and mutual openness, but I ask that you sow seeds of kindness regardless of the outcome. When reconciliation eludes you, refuse to let bitterness take root. Instead, speak blessings over those who have hurt you, entrusting them to my care and letting go of resentment. In doing so, you will find a serenity that lifts your soul above the storm. My cherished one, rest assured that I am shaping you each day for the path set before you. You may doubt your own strength, question your abilities, or fear you lack what is needed to answer my call. But know this, I will never lead you where my grace cannot uphold you. Turn your eyes to the faithful ones of old, ordinary souls who, by my might, moved mountains and changed the course of history. As with them, the power I have placed within you far outweighs any weakness you see in yourself. Do not gauge your worth by human standards. Measure it by my unwavering vow to work wonders through you. Step forward boldly, trusting that I will pour out wisdom, courage, and provision at just the right moment. I yearn for you to taste the fullness of my joy, a gift deeper than fleeting smiles or passing pleasures. This joy is a steadfast assurance, rooted in my unchanging goodness and my sovereign hand over all things. Even when shadows fall and trials roar, this joy remains, like a lighthouse piercing the gloom. You can mourn life's losses yet hold fast to this joy, for it is tethered not to circumstances, but to my eternal faithfulness. To nurture it, linger in my presence, sing praises from the depths of your being, and recount the countless blessings I have woven into your days. In this sacred closeness, my joy will rise within you, a wellspring of strength that carries you through tumultuous waters. You are never forsaken, though the world may turn its back or companions may drift away. In the quiet and lonely hours, I am your constant friend. Cry out to me when darkness presses in, and let my love enfold you like a tender embrace, banishing the cold sting of solitude. I know every tear you have shed, every wound you have borne, yet I also see the beauty waiting beyond the pain. Walk beside me, one step at a time, as I reveal answers, unlock doors to new friendships and purpose, and lead you to wholeness. Let your life shine as a beacon of hope, a living testament that steadfast faith can weather any gale. When others marvel at your resilience, share with humility and grace the source of your endurance. Me, the unshakable foundation of your soul. A weary world hungers for such hope, and through you, my child, I will display my redeeming love. Now ponder the inheritance I have secured for you as my own. This earthly chapter, though rich with meaning, is but a whisper in the symphony of eternity. I have prepared a home for you in my realm, a destiny beyond imagining. Let this timeless truth guide your decisions, quiet your anxieties, and ignite your purpose. The trials of today are fleeting shadows next to the brilliance awaiting you. Cling to this promise and let it infuse you with a boldness no hardship can dim. You are my prized treasure, a living echo of my love, a vessel of my grace, and a co-heir to a kingdom without end. Stand tall in that identity. When exhaustion creeps in, my spirit breathes fresh life into weary bones. When night threatens to obscure your way, I am the light guiding your feet. When failure murmurs its lies, rise in the truth that you were forged to triumph through my strength. Let your existence resound with ceaseless praise, a melody that flows from your spirit's deepest wells. Even now I am flooding your heart with peace, beckoning you to rest in my care. Cast your burdens at my feet. I am more than able to bear them. Inhale my love deeply and let your worries slip away with each exhale. Should tomorrow dawn with challenges, meet them with the faith I have planted within you. Should grief linger, trust that I will cradle and renew you. Should uncertainty tug at your mind, hold fast to my promises. Again and again I whisper, you will overcome, for I hold you securely in my grasp. My beloved, words cannot capture the ferocity of my love for you. With every breath you draw, every path you tread, I am there. My thoughts of you outnumber the stars, each one brimming with tenderness, joy, and unwavering devotion. This love asks nothing of your striving. It simply flows, an endless tide from my heart to yours. Receive it fully, dwell in its warmth, and let it reshape every part of who you are. As you bask in this love, let it spill over to those around you. Be my hands and feet, offering solace to the broken, patience to the trying, and empathy to the lost. In every small act of goodness, you mirror my nature and join me in mending the wounds of the world. At day's end, return to me with your victories and your battles, laying them before me. Let me cleanse away the day's weariness and refill your spirit with tranquility. Greet each morning hungry for my nearness, eager for the fresh mercies I have prepared. My child, I never tire of you. I delight in every moment we share, for each one reminds you of your truest self, forever mine. I address even the quiet burdens you carry, the flickers of guilt that whisper when gratitude feels distant, or when contentment slips beyond your grasp. I see you fully in all your tender humanity. I understand there will be chapters when shadows of disappointment dim your vision, when the heart struggles to summon praise. Yet I urge you to press onward, to tenderly nurture a spirit of thankfulness despite the storm. Keep lifting your voice in worship. Keep turning your gaze toward me. Emotions may ebb and flow like restless tides, but my truth stands unshaken, an anchor in the waves. In time, the fog will lift, and with breathtaking clarity, You will trace the ways I have woven every thread of your story into a tapestry of grace and purpose. My precious one, extend the love I have placed in your heart. Share this with someone who needs a sign of my unfailing care and comfort. Thank you for opening your soul to these words, for letting my love seep into the hidden corners of your being. Within you I am sowing seeds, tiny, potent sparks of hope, resilience, and unshakable courage. Tend them with care through prayer, through the wisdom found in my word, and through the strength of those who walk beside you in faith. Clear away weeds that threaten their growth, bitterness that poisons, envy that chokes, fear that stifles. As these seeds take root and flourish, they will bear fruit beyond your imagining, a life radiant with righteousness, overflowing with peace. Through you, my light will pierce the deepest shadows, igniting hope where despair once held sway. Never forget the depth of your worth. You are cherished beyond measure, chosen before the stars were hung in the sky, destined to reflect my glory. Yesterday's stumbles do not define you. Each dawn unfurls as a sacred gift, brimming with opportunities to begin anew. Embrace every sunrise as an invitation to honor me with your choices, to pour love into those around you, and to taste the richness of life as I intended it. Trust the rhythm of my heart, which pulses with unrelenting devotion to you. Rest in the vastness of my grace, which covers every flaw and frailty. Rejoice in my strength, which carries you where your own falters. Step boldly into this day, for my favor surrounds you like a shield. I unshackle you from the chains of fear, releasing you into a freedom that breathes life. I lift you from sorrow's weight, setting joy as a flame within your spirit. I guide you from the chaos of doubt into the calm assurance of my eternal constancy. Walk with your shoulders squared and your eyes raised, for shame and hesitation no longer bind you. You are an inheritor of promises etched into eternity's fabric, promises that neither bend nor break. Let my spirit whisper wisdom at every crossroad you face. Let my word carve truth into the contours of your mind. Let my love be the current that flows through every gesture you make. I am your steadfast Father, your ever-present friend, your guide through each fleeting moment of this earthly pilgrimage and onward into the boundless beyond. Find peace now, my precious one. Let these words sink deep into the marrow of your soul. They are my offering to you, a testament of my ceaseless dedication to your flourishing. My love for you surpasses the limits of language, a vast and holy mystery. Rise with confidence, breathe in the liberty of my presence, and move forward in the certainty of my care. You are held, encircled by my nearness, forever cradled in my heart. I am the Lord your God, and I declare over you with unwavering conviction, you are secure, you are adored, and you will always belong to me. Beloved, I have chosen you to walk in my love and truth. Do not hold back. Step forward and experience the fullness of my presence. Click join now and grow in my wisdom and grace. I am with you, guiding you always. Come closer to me. Amen. My precious child, today, at this very moment, I am speaking directly to your heart. This message is your divine signal, a heavenly interruption designed specifically for you. Listen carefully and urgently, because this opportunity will never appear in quite the same way again. I orchestrated this moment intentionally, and it is crucial that you do not overlook or underestimate it. When you hear the phrase, "This message is your divine signal," it is more than a simple statement. It is a reality I want you to embrace. If you dismiss it as mere words, you might miss the turning point I have planned for your journey. My dear child, open your heart and proclaim your desire for my abundant grace. Say with faith, "Yes, I need you," and watch my love pour into your life. I do not speak in riddles when something critical is at stake. If you miss this divine signal, you may struggle longer in situations that could have shifted already. Doors I intended to open may remain closed. You will carry burdens I meant to lift from your shoulders. In other words, ignoring my voice can result in unnecessary hardship, the kind I never intended for you. I know it is easy to think, "God, can't you just bless me anyway? Why these warnings and signals?" Understand, my child, that I never override your free will. If your heart is not prepared to listen and obey, my greatest gifts can remain unnoticed or be prematurely set aside. I do not want that for you. I want you to recognize the doors I open, walk confidently through them, and enjoy the abundance waiting on the other side. That is why I call this message your vital wake-up call before a shift in your life's direction. Missing it will bring regrets you do not need to bear. My beloved, if you have felt a stirring, a sense that something monumental is just beyond the horizon, maybe it is a dream from childhood or a fresh longing that has recently taken root. You have looked at your circumstances and thought, I cannot see a clear path, or I am not sure I am qualified. But let me assure you, if I placed the dream in your spirit, I have already charted the way for its fulfillment. Your part is to recognize the signal, the invitation to step out in faith. Faith does not mean diving recklessly into the unknown. It means trusting that I have orchestrated details you cannot yet see. This message is a marker pointing you toward your next step. When you sense my guidance, do not hesitate. Delayed obedience often leads to missed opportunities. So open your heart, let my words sink in, and be prepared to act. Dear child, if this message has blessed you, let it be a testimony of your love. Tap the like button and stand firm in faith. Precious child, I am calling you out of confusion, out of the shadows of uncertainty, and into the warmth of my guiding light. Do not treat this lightly. My timing is perfect, my methods intentional, and my purpose eternal. This moment is a divine pivot point, a sacred intersection between your questions and my answers. If you miss this, you will wish you had paid closer attention. Please do not let your mind wander or your attention drift. This message must be received in its entirety. Imagine if a traveler only reads half a map and discards it. They may start out correctly, but will become lost when uncharted roads appear. In the same way, if you only absorb part of what I am saying, you will miss the fullness of my instruction and the clarity I intend to provide. Consider the stories of those in Scripture who only partly listened to my word. King Saul, for instance, who obeyed selectively and lost his throne. Jonah, who fled from my command and ended up in the belly of a great fish before surrendering. Partial obedience carries consequences, which is why I implore you to open your heart and mind fully. Keep reading or listening until the final word resonates in your spirit. Your future depends on receiving this message in full. I want you to grasp this carefully. Your steps are ordered by me, even when you feel lost, confused, or forgotten. I have never lost sight of you, your struggles, your tears, your hopes. I have been intimately present in every moment. Now, in my great love and infinite compassion, I send you this divine signal, this powerful reminder that you are never alone, never forgotten, never without purpose. My chosen child, this is my voice reaching you now. I see your pain, your silent prayers, your steadfast faith. You are closer than you think to the breakthrough I promised. If you feel the tug of my spirit, if this message resonates in your heart, then know I am speaking directly to you. Your super thanks is not just a gift, it is a seed of obedience, a declaration that you trust in my provision. Help share my word with the lost and searching. Click the super thanks button and step into the overflow of my blessings. Listen carefully, watch closely, and do not underestimate the significance of this message. Your breakthrough, your miracle, your answered prayer lie in your willingness to receive and act upon my guidance. Today is not just another ordinary day. It is your extraordinary moment of divine appointment. Seize it, embrace it, and respond immediately and faithfully. Let me be clear. Disregarding this divine signal is not a minor oversight. You may remain stuck in a cycle of frustration, replaying the same disappointments. That heaviness in your spirit will not lift because you are missing my directive to move forward or let go. You will look back months or years from now, wishing you had paid closer attention to my voice. I do not want that for you. I want you to thrive, to live abundantly in every area of your life. Abundance requires alignment with my word, my ways, and my timing. If you choose your own path, ignoring my signals, you may see some success, but it will be fleeting, riddled with obstacles you could have avoided. My signals are gifts of grace, shielding you from harm and leading you into deeper, more fulfilling life in me. When you sense the nudge of my spirit, respond with humility and courage. Pause and pray. Before reacting impulsively, still your heart and ask me for clarity. I will guide you. Seek confirmation. My word and my spirit confirm the path. You may also find confirmation through trusted mentors who walk closely with me. Take a step. Do not wait for perfect condition. Even a small step of faith can trigger a chain reaction of blessings. Fear may try to paralyze you, but remember, I go before you. Stay alert. Remain sensitive to my ongoing guidance. Signals are not one-time events. They can unfold in layers. By embracing these steps, you position yourself to fully benefit from what I am orchestrating in your life. This is the path of wise and faithful children who trust their Heavenly Father implicitly. Yes, this message carries a warning. Miss it and you will wish you had not. But it also carries a glorious promise. I am not just pointing out pitfalls. I am pointing you toward victory, peace, and joy. If you heed the signal, you will see doors open that you once believed were sealed shut. You will feel burdens lift as you surrender them to me. You will view your life with renewed awe, realizing that you stand exactly where you need to be, doing precisely what I purposed for you to do. There is no limit to what can happen when you align your will with mine. From Abraham to David to the apostles, history shows how I elevate the humble and obedient. What I did for them, I can do for you, tailored uniquely to your gifts, calling, and destiny. My dear child, be a vessel of my light. Pass this message to a heart in need, that they too may know they are never alone. My beloved child, you have come this far. You have allowed my words to reach your heart. Yet we are not done. Cling to this message, for once you step away, distractions will try to steal what you have received. The adversary desires nothing more than for you to miss my signals, to bury them beneath busyness and routine. Let these words linger in your spirit, replay them in your mind. Ask me to seal this revelation in your heart. Remember, this is more than just inspiration. It is my voice addressing your situation directly. I have called you here for a reason, and you have a role in my plan. Now that you have heard the message in full, act upon it. Do not let it become a mere burst of emotion that fades by tomorrow. Let it spark a new chapter in your life, marked by faith, obedience, and the tangible presence of my spirit. Let each step echo with confidence, knowing you are divinely guided. Reflect. What has my spirit highlighted to your heart? Repent if needed. Release fear, pride, or stubbornness that might hinder you. Resolve, determined to walk forward in the light of this revelation. My child, your life is too precious for indecision or disobedience. Embrace this divine signal with every fiber of your being. I, the Lord your God, stand ready to walk with you, to guide and bless you, to protect you as you follow my lead. You have heard my call. This is no accident. This is your divine moment, your turning point, your open door. Seize it with boldness, knowing that to miss it would bring regret. Instead, let this be the beginning of a testimony that declares, I listened to God's signal, and my life was never the same. My chosen child, I am working through you. Share this message with 3 who are lost, and I will lead them back into my light. I have plans for you, magnificent plans filled with hope, restoration, joy, and success. But these plans require your immediate and wholehearted cooperation. They depend upon your willingness to listen now, believe now, and obey now. This is your divine sign, my beloved. Take it seriously. Treasure this moment as sacred. I am positioning you, equipping you, and preparing you for greatness. Do not dismiss this as ordinary. Today I declare divine alignment over your life. I am removing barriers, opening doors, and clearing pathways that seemed blocked. Your next steps are illuminated within this message. Do not overlook them. Beloved child, if you heed this divine signal, you will enter a life marked by favor, clarity, and purpose. If you ignore it, you may look back and wish desperately you had chosen differently. Let this urgency sink deeply into your spirit. Let this moment change the way you listen to my voice. Let this message ignite your passion, your purpose, and your pursuit of my perfect will. Beloved, I have chosen you to walk in my love and truth. Do not hold back. Step forward and experience the fullness of my presence. Click join now and grow in my wisdom and grace. I am with you, guiding you always. Come closer to me. My precious child, I speak to you with clarity, tenderness, and unwavering devotion. My deepest longing is for your complete flourishing, your spirit to soar, your soul to thrive, and your body to be sustained in health and vitality. I envision you brimming with a joy so profound it radiates from within, rooted deeply in the unshakable truth I have laid as your foundation. The life I have crafted for you is not destined for ceaseless toil or shadowed despair. It is a journey illuminated by the dawn of new mercies every morning, fortified with renewed strength for every trial you face. Yes, seasons of sorrow and struggle may touch your path, but rest assured, I have already carved out a road to triumph uniquely tailored for you. My boundless love is the master key, unlocking every gate of blessing along your way. Place your trust in my perfect timing. Lean into my gentle guidance. Be certain that every promise I have spoken over you will unfold in its appointed hour as you hold fast to me with unwavering faith. My cherished one, I see the quiet whispers of your heart's desires, the restless stirrings within you, the moments you gaze at the horizon wondering if my pledges will truly come to pass. Let me reassure you, nothing in creation can derail the intricate plans I have woven for your life. Even when shadows loom and turmoil roars to pull you astray, my light pierces through with brilliance that outshines any darkness. Fear may clamor, shouting doubts in your ears, but my voice, rich in love, resounds with greater authority, overpowering every lie. Cling to that love as a steadfast anchor, grounding you in the fiercest storms. When waves of uncertainty threaten to overwhelm, remember my eternal vow. I am with you always, an ever-present companion who will never forsake you. My presence stands as your impregnable refuge, encircling you with protection on every side. Let me speak this truth: the hurdles you face do not define you. Yes, you have tasted betrayal, known the ache of dashed hopes, and borne a heart scarred by pain. You have had nights of faltering resolve and days darkened by doubt. Yet these fleeting chapters do not etch your identity. They are invitations to witness the fullness of my redeeming grace. Each time you have stumbled, my hand has reached out to lift you, never withdrawing, always available. My compassion burns with an everlasting flame. Through every trial, I refine you like gold and fire. Through every wound, I reveal the depth of my faithfulness. In every shifting season, I remain constant. Your creator who adores you, your defender who stands resolute. Perhaps you wonder if true change can be yours, if you will ever break free from the shadows clinging to your steps. Hear me now. The renewal you crave does not hinge on your own frail strength. It flows from my spirit, who breathes life into the driest corners of your being. Surrender wholly to me. Lay every longing, every scar, every unspoken question at my feet. Let me work the miracles you once deemed impossible. No chain can withstand the force of my power when I am welcomed in. No fortress of despair can stand when my light invades its walls. As you yield to my purpose, my promises come alive, reshaping your world from the inside out. Too often, you convince yourself you must fight your battles in solitude. That was never my design. I have called you a member of my household, a family bound by love, where burdens are shared rather than borne alone. You hold a sacred place in my home, a space rich with belonging, meaning, and peace. Do not seal your heart behind fear or shame. Step boldly into my presence and open yourself to the people I have placed along your path. Through them, I weave threads of solace and reflections of my affection. Stay receptive, for I delight in caring for you through unexpected voices. Friends of faith who lift you in prayer, offer wisdom seasoned by grace, and strengthen you with courage. Resist the instinct to hide your struggles in silence. By embracing the light of connection and love, your burden grows lighter on the wings of community. My cherished one, if these words have stirred your heart, show gratitude with a small act of love. Tap the like button. My dear child, I urge you to lift your eyes and behold the splendor around you still. The adversary wants your gaze fixed on what is broken or missing, but pause and see how much thrives even now. You have cause to hope. You have melodies for praise, even when storms gather. I have scattered treasures across your world, quiet tokens of my nearness. Each sunrise blazes with my steadfastness. Each bird song echoes my boundless imagination. Every warm smile from a friend, every gentle word, every moment of calm, these are gifts of my lavish grace. Turn your attention to them and let gratitude take root, uprooting anxiety with trust. A heart alive with thankfulness opens gateways to deeper revelation, broadening your vision to see how I move in your midst. You may cry, Lord, how can I stay grateful when life feels brittle and my reserves are empty? Understand this. It is precisely in your fragility that my power shines most vividly. When your strength drains away, you stand on the threshold of relying fully on mine, which never fails. In your weakness, my grace blazes like a beacon. I do not ignore your anguish. I draw closer still, offering my shoulder for your weary head. You need not strive to earn my favor or scale impossible heights. My love for you has burned bright since before time began, unhindered by your imperfections. Present your frailty to me in trust, and watch as I flood every crack with grace and power. What you see as a final curtain, I see as the dawn of a new story. I, your God, yearn to see you step boldly into the fullness of your calling. Do not fear a road hidden in mist. Your path is not mapped by sight, but by faith in my word. Look back at the countless times I proved faithful. Have I ever left you exposed? In every tempest, I have been your shield. When darkness felt endless, I lit your way to morning. Storms will come, yes, but they hold no power to topple you while you stand anchored in my truth. Your life's narrative is still being written, and I am the master storyteller, crafting chapters filled with victory and grace. Open your soul to the extraordinary ways I will surprise you, weaving solutions that transcend your imagination. My beloved, you are no accident of fate. You are a purposeful creation, shaped by my hands, endowed with unique talents, desires, and dreams aligned with my grand design. Never let the world's dismissal or anyone's doubt diminish the brilliance I see in you. To me, you are irreplaceably precious, a chosen vessel bearing my image. Your existence is no mere coincidence. It is a deliberate act of divine intention. I breathed purpose into your being, uniting your spirit with life and destiny. Within you burns a sacred ember of my essence, a radiant power of love, compassion, and righteousness that can transform the world around you. I call you to carry this light into every aspect of your life, your workplace, your home, your neighborhood. Let your deeds and words reflect my presence, shining as a beacon of hope amid the darkness. Every small gesture of kindness, every whispered prayer and faith, every selfless act of love testifies to my kingdom breaking through on earth. You are my ambassador, entrusted to reveal my heart to those you meet. When you falter or stray, know that I am not distant or condemning. My arms remain outstretched, ready to forgive and renew you. You do not need to struggle to earn my favor. My grace meets you where you are. Release the weight of guilt and self-reproach. Those chains are not yours to bear. Shame may try to tether you to yesterday's failures, but my mercy is a mighty force, ready to break those bonds if you surrender them to me. I gaze upon you with boundless affection, not stern judgment. Yes, I correct those I cherish, but gently, like a sculptor's careful chisel, refining you into greater wholeness and holiness, never crushing your spirit. My precious one, I have chosen you to spread my light. Send this message to 3 weary hearts, and I will touch them with my love. I implore you also to speak life over yourself. Too often, the voice in your mind is harsh, echoing old wounds, amplifying shortcomings, drowning out hope. Counter those lies with the unshakable reality of who you are in me. Redeemed, treasured, eternally upheld. You are never abandoned or beyond my reach. When shadows of despair cloud your thoughts, turn to my promises and proclaim them boldly. Let your own voice declare the gospel of my unwavering love. When doubt or accusation rise up, meet them with unwavering faith. Affirm aloud that you are mine, shielded by my strength, set apart for a purpose that cannot be thwarted. With time, this practice will transform your inner world, fortifying you against the storms of discouragement. Take comfort in this. I am ever watchful, never slumbering through your trials. No detail of your life escapes my sovereign gaze. I see the end from the beginning, orchestrating every moment with wisdom that transcends your understanding, working all things for the good of those who trust me. Sometimes my answers to your prayers seem delayed, or they arrive in unexpected ways. But rest assured, my timing is flawless. I align unseen elements, shift circumstances, soften hearts, and position provision so that when my blessings unfold, they do so with precision and power. Your part is to remain steadfast. Keep hoping, keep worshiping, keep trusting, even when the path twists. Be patient, for my promises are unbreakable, and I never forsake what I have spoken over you. Perhaps you are in a season of uncertainty. Familiar doors closing, new ones still hidden. Embrace this transitional space as a sacred invitation to lean on me with renewed dependence. These in-between times, though disconcerting, are fertile ground where deeper faith flourishes and new callings emerge. The close of one chapter is not the end of your story. It is a prelude to a revelation of my goodness beyond what you have known. Step forward with confidence, for my hand steadies you, guarding you from the pull of hopelessness. Stay open, for I may guide you along roads never envisioned. Attune your heart to my guidance through prayer, stillness, and a willingness to follow wherever I lead. My precious one, I am the God who restores what seems lost forever. I reconcile fractured relationships when all hope appears gone. I calm raging tempests that threaten to overwhelm. I carve pathways through impenetrable obstacles. Never underestimate the power of a single heartfelt prayer offered in faith. I can move mountains with it. Some think their circumstances are too tangled, too shattered, too far gone, but nothing lies beyond my reach. In an instant, I can rewrite the most broken stories. I can breathe life into dreams you believed dead and buried. I can bring wholeness where human remedies fall short. Dare to trust my limitless capacity to redeem and renew. Speak with authority to the giants in your life, commanding them to bow in my name. Watch as barriers crumble before faith rooted in my power. Yet, amid all this, I call you to patience and grace, for yourself and for those around you. Life is a winding process of growth, not a sprint to perfection. Answers may unfold in small increments. Healing may come step by step. Along the way, I will teach you resilience, tenderness, humility, and gratitude, treasures forged through life's experiences. When you stumble, do not let shame stall your progress. Recognize the misstep, glean its wisdom, and rise again in my strength. Offer this same mercy to others. Bear with their imperfections. Lift them rather than tear them down. Love boldly and extravagantly, for love heals where judgment cannot. Reflect on the legacy you are building. Each day, through your words, your choices, and even your thoughts, you plant seeds, not just in your own life, but also in the lives of those you touch. Choose to sow blessings over bitterness, generosity over grudges, harmony over strife. Watered by faith, these seeds will yield a harvest of joy and abundance in my perfect time. Live with a spirit of gentleness, courage, and unshakable integrity. The world may tempt you to reflect its cynicism or anger, but keep your eyes on me. Let my spirit guide you toward responses rooted in love. No act of genuine love is ever lost, even if its impact remains hidden. I cultivate fruit beneath the soil of your obedience. My child, I long for you to know me better, to walk in my light, and to receive my abundant love. Click join now and step into a journey of faith where my truth will uplift you. I am calling you to walk with me. Will you answer? My precious child, do you ever feel as though you wander this world unseen, your heart heavy with solitude, as if no one truly grasps your deepest struggles or dares to share your dreams. Hear me now. I am ever present, walking beside you through every shaded valley and every sunlit peak. I have appointed angels to encircle you, their vigilant eyes guarding your every step. Not one tear you have shed has gone unnoticed. I gather each one, treasuring them as rare jewels, for they tell the story of your resilient spirit and the flickers of hope that refuse to fade. You are cradled in my boundless love, a devotion so vast it defies mortal understanding. When loneliness creeps in, let me be your refuge. Pour out your soul to me as to a trusted companion, your deepest fears, your wildest ambitions, your quiet longings. Then, in the stillness that follows, tune your heart to my voice. I speak to you in gentle whispers that brush against your thoughts, in waves of unexpected calm that settle your spirit, or in the timely words of another that echo my care. Be ever watchful for these signs, for I reach you in ways crafted uniquely for the soul I designed. Know this, I am weaving a tapestry of divine encounters specifically for you. I will introduce souls, wise mentors, steadfast friends, kindred spirits, who will bolster you with strength and celebrate your triumphs while softening your sorrows. Yet even as these earthly bonds form, never forget that I, your Creator, am your constant companion. I require no appointment, no gap too wide to separate us. I am as near as the air filling your lungs. When the weight of life presses down, do not hesitate to cast your burdens upon me. I uphold the cosmos with ease. Surely I can shoulder your cares. Let me assure you, my child, you need not unravel life's mysteries alone. You rest securely in my sovereign hands. I see the questions that swirl in your mind. Where am I meant to go? What is my purpose? Which path is mine? Seek my wisdom with a trusting heart, and I will freely give it. When your desires align with my eternal plan, a quiet peace will guide you, even if the road ahead twists out of sight. My thoughts are higher than yours, my vision extending far beyond the horizons you see. In moments when my intentions seem hidden, faith becomes your anchor. Cling to this truth. If I am for you, and I am, my direction will dawn precisely when you need it most. When you feel trapped as if there is no progress, lift your voice in praise, bow in prayer, and immerse yourself in my word. Watch as pathways emerge where none seemed possible. If a door stays closed despite your efforts, resist the urge to force it open. Instead, seek the entrance I have prepared, a passage marked by clarity, not chaos, leading to the fullness of my purpose. Listen well, my beloved, and do not tremble at tomorrow's uncertainties. Fear steals the joy of your present and blinds you to the gifts I have scattered across your path. What profit is there in fretting over shadows that may never fall? Anchor yourself in my promises. Recall the countless times I delivered you, snatching you from danger, meeting your needs, blessing you beyond material things. My devotion does not waver, it is unshakable. With each breath, let this truth settle in. I sustain you moment by moment through grace. Inhale courage, exhale dread. Let my peace guard your heart and mind as you trust in me without ceasing. My mercy dawns anew every morning, a fresh outpouring of forgiveness fashioned for you. I know the weight of your regrets, the echo of choices you would undo if you could. Surrender them to me. Let me take the broken shards of your past and shape them into something beautiful. Redemption is my artistry, turning your grief into wisdom, your failures into stories of my grace. Lay aside shame's chains. I am here to heal and set you free. You are no longer defined by who you once were, but by who you are becoming in me, a new creation formed by my spirit, invited into a life of liberty, joy, and purity. Consider the prayers you have uttered for others, their restoration, protection, and awakening to my truth. Each plea has reached my ears. I am moving in their lives in ways not yet visible to you, orchestrating circumstances beyond your view. Though answers may take time, do not grow weary in prayer. The seeds you sow in love will blossom in my perfect timing. You are my partner in this sacred work, tearing down walls that imprison souls. Persist in these acts of intercession, even when the harvest remains unseen, for I am toiling in secret places. Be gentle with yourself, especially when weariness or strain overwhelms you. Too often, you shoulder impossible demands, measuring your worth by achievements or how flawlessly you navigate storms. Hear me, your worth is not tied to your deeds, but to your identity as my child. My love for you is not a prize to be earned, it flows freely, an endless river of grace. When fatigue prevails, pause. I wove rest into creation itself, setting aside a day for you to cease your labors and simply be. Retreat into my presence, still your racing thoughts. Let my spirit restore you. This journey is a marathon, not a sprint run breathlessly. Let us speak of forgiveness, dear one, both giving and receiving. Clinging to resentment or bitterness forges a self-made cage, robbing you of peace, clouding your mind, and blocking the flow of my favor. I know your wounds, some cut deep through betrayal or cruelty, yet I call you to release them into my care. To forgive is not to deny the pain, it is to unshackle yourself from its hold and trust justice to me. I alone see all ends. Extend that same grace to yourself. If I, the source of all mercy, have washed you clean, why linger in self-condemnation? Step into freedom from yesterday's mistakes, letting my love wash over you. Revel in the radiant liberty I offer. Amen. I invite you to walk boldly into your future. Never underestimate the vitality of our continual communion, through prayer, through worship, and through the living words I have given you. These are not empty routines, but lifelines to my heart. Your spirit thrives in this sacred exchange. Many falter when they drift away from me, their strength fading as discouragement creeps in. Stay rooted in our time together, where you can unburden your soul and hear my response. In these moments, I reveal deeper dimensions of my love, impart wisdom, and prepare you for the trials that lie ahead. Just as bread nourishes your body, so our fellowship sustains your spirit. My cherished one, you are seen, you are known, and you are infinitely loved. Walk forward in this truth and let it illuminate your path. If you ever sense shadows creeping into your soul, whether the heavy fog of sorrow, the sharp sting of despair, or the subtle pull of temptation, do not hide it behind a mask of false strength. There is no need to cower in shame. Instead, lift it up and lay it bare before me in the radiance of my presence. Darkness flourishes in secrecy, but when you expose it to my light, its grip is weakened and shattered. Speak to me with honest openness about the burdens you carry. I am neither shaken by your struggles nor disappointed in your plight. Instead, I long to flood those guarded places, the ones you protect most fiercely, with my healing light. That light pierces even the slightest gloom, sweeping away confusion and restoring hope where hopelessness once reigned. When you open your heart to me, you are not simply confessing pain. You are unlocking a door to a peace and freedom the world can scarcely imagine. Whisper to me, Lord, here is where I am breaking, and in that moment, I will meet you with comfort that mends and grace that restores. No night is so dark that my sufficiency cannot overcome it. Lift your eyes to the horizon of your future, my precious one. Too often you allow fear to paint tomorrow in bleak shades, conjuring nightmares of failure or endless grief. But I speak a different story over you, one woven with purpose, promise, and triumph. Reject the whispers that bind you to a fate of defeat. They are lies designed to steal your courage. Trust instead in the truth that I have set forth a path for you, filled with unfolding wonders, steady growth, and victories won through faith. Do not linger in the rearview mirror of past mistakes or losses. Recall how I once urged my people to let go of what lay behind so they could grasp the new beauty I was bringing forth. Embrace that same renewal now. Let hope walk beside you like a faithful friend, guiding your steps. Find joy in the mystery of what lies ahead, for I will be there, my hand steady upon yours, my voice whispering guidance through every twist and turn. Hold fast to your faith, even when the ground feels unstable, or when you stand alone in your convictions. My son knew what it was to be forsaken by the crowd, yet he never wavered, from my purpose for him. Do not let your spirit falter if others cannot see the fire I have placed within you. Walk with your head held high, rooted in integrity, undeterred by skepticism or scorn. Your quiet steadfastness speaks louder than any debate. It is a living testimony that softens hearts and sows seeds of wonder. To those who do not yet know me, extend the same gentleness and patience I have shown you. Love them without condition, just as I loved you long before you turned to me. Let this unshakable truth anchor you in humility and fill you with compassion that mirrors my own heart. My dear child, be a vessel of my light. Share this message with a heart in need. Through you, I will remind them that they are never alone. Draw near to me with every sunrise. Dare to believe there is more of me to discover. Deeper wells of my presence, clearer echoes of my voice, richer waves of my peace. This invitation is not reserved for a privileged few. It is my longing for each one of my children. Open your spirit wide, and I will pour out wisdom that reveals hidden treasures in my word, sparking a flame of awe within you. Prayer will stop feeling like a solitary plea and become a living, vibrant exchange between us, between the one who cherishes you beyond measure and your longing heart. Step boldly into this closeness and watch as your life is reshaped from the core by the intimacy we share. What once felt routine will pulse with new life as you experience the fullness of walking hand in hand with your Creator. Never underestimate the power of worship. When you raise your voice in praise, whether in trembling whispers or bold anthems, you stir the very atmosphere around you. Worship aligns your soul with mine, lifting your gaze to my greatness and grounding you in your need for me. In those sacred moments, shackles snap, anxieties unravel, and burdens grow lighter. Do not wait for the mountaintop to sing. Let your worship rise even from the depths of struggle. When trials press in, your song becomes an act of defiance, bewildering the forces that would silence you. Make praise both your shield and your sword. From the rubble of your pain, let adoration ascend, and I will meet you in my glory, bringing solace, liberation, and renewed strength to weary bones. My dearest, this road we travel is woven with trust, hope, and love. It is not a pretended path, but a genuine one. You will still brush against thorns and face storms. Setbacks and perils will test you. Yet hear this, you will never face them alone. My grace flows through every chapter. Whether you are planting seeds or gathering harvests, weeping in the shadows or dancing in joy, trudging through valleys or scaling peaks, cling to that grace and rest in the assurance that I am your shepherd, your stronghold, and your safe haven. This fleeting life is only the briefest heartbeat compared to eternity, but it shapes your soul for forever. Journey with me, and I will unveil marvels beyond description, wonders that echo into the ages. In my embrace, you will find all you seek. Rest against my unyielding strength. Pour out your fears, your victories, your doubts, and your highest hopes. I am not a distant spectator, but your truest companion, your sovereign, your God. As you lean on me, let my heartbeat remind you of your worth. Let my whisper still the turmoil in your mind, and let my power lift you when the world drags you low. Let my promises be the lifeline you cling to when you feel tempted to surrender. Each dawn offers you this choice. Strive forward in faith with me, or wrestle with your burdens alone. Choose me, for only I can bear what weighs you down, my treasured child. Let my words reach those who need them. Share this message with 3 lives, and I will pour my grace upon them. My cherished one, I have stored up blessings crafted uniquely for you. Some will burst forth as sudden revelations, breaking chains you did not realize were binding you. Others will blossom as friendships that sharpen and sustain you, as doors that open wide for service and growth, or as timely provision that arrives in the very moment of need. And yes, some blessings will bear the appearance of hardship, refining your spirit, cultivating endurance, and deepening your empathy. Through every high and low, I am weaving a story of redemption for those who seek me. One day, you will trace the threads of your life and marvel at how my hand held it all together. So, savor today, no matter how humble it seems. Notice me in the fleeting gifts. A cool breeze on your skin, the warmth of an unexpected smile, the hush that brings you calm. Each breath you take is my promise that your story is not over. Remain present with me right now, trusting that you are cradled in my care. There is no need to race anxiously ahead or shrink back in dread. Walk step by step, tethered to my steady hand. My beloved, set your focus not on fading trinkets, riches, fame, or fragile security, but on what endures forever. The glitter of this world will dim and dissolve, but I remain, and my kingdom stands unshaken. Nurture what reflects my heart. Love that pours itself out willingly. Mercy that stoops low. Justice that rights wrongs. Purity that shines. Compassion that feels deeply. These are your true riches. When you invest yourself in them, your soul grows wide, and you become a living echo of my essence in a weary world. In my eyes, success is not a trophy polished by earthly accolades or fleeting wealth. I measure it instead by the tenderness you show, the quiet trust you cultivate within, and the radiant hope you spark in those around you. I see the shadows of fear that sometimes drift into your soul, especially when you think of those you hold dear, your family, your friends, whose laughter and tears resonate within your heart. Let me soothe your restless mind. They are never beyond my reach. I hold them in my limitless care, whether they stand close by or wander far away. Lift them up in prayer, for your words rise like incense to me. Do not let worry overshadow the steady flame of your faith. When distance or circumstances render you powerless to protect them, remember this truth: my might knows no limits. Call on me to intervene, and trust that my presence can pierce the darkest night, mending broken spirits, guiding wandering souls, and whispering comfort into their stillest hours. Your prayers are not hollow echoes into emptiness. They are a sacred partnership with me, weaving my will into the tapestry of their lives. My precious one, if ever your faith trembles beneath a weight of doubt, do not despair. Faith is not some unyielding monument. It is a living seed, tender and fragile, yet laden with potential. It needs nurturing, is strengthened through adversity, and deepens as you witness my steadfastness unfolding in your life. Even a flicker of faith, as small as a mustard seed, grows into a mighty force when placed in my hands. Tend it daily, feed your spirit with my truth, soak your heart in my promises, and walk alongside those who sharpen your resolve and lift your gaze toward heaven. In time, it will take root, its branches rising strong and resilient, an enduring testimony to my unfailing presence. Never dismiss the quiet power of humble obedience. Each step you take in trust, even if shaky, brings you closer to the destiny I have woven for you. The world may beckon with its tempting call, urging you to soften your principles or hide your light to blend in. Yet I have called you not to conform, but to rise as a beacon. The way of integrity can feel lonely at times, its edges sharp against a culture of compromise. Yet realize that you were created to pierce the darkness, not fade into it. When you honor the core of who I made you to be, you invite my grace to accomplish wonders beyond anything you can imagine. A life lived boldly in truth and love becomes a living signpost, drawing others to the source of your strength and stirring their desire to know me. Hear this as well, my cherished one. Dwelling in my presence is not merely about solemnity and sacrifice. I delight in your laughter, your rest, and your genuine moments of joy. Some imagine that I am pleased only by furrowed brows and tireless labor, but I created you to savor life's sweetness too. Embrace those sacred pauses, the shared laughter between friends, the stillness of a sunset's colors spread across the sky, and the simple pleasures that soothe your body and soul. I rejoice when you receive these gifts with gratitude. A child's giggle, a friend's embrace, or the rugged splendor of nature. These are my love notes to you. As long as your spirit stays grounded in kindness and honor, dance freely in these moments. Your happiness warms my heart. Guard your words, my child, for they hold tremendous power, able to lift up or tear down. Let them reflect my nature, woven with grace, bound in truth and threaded with compassion. Turn from the poison of gossip, the sting of reckless judgment, and the weight of despairing tones. If your tongue falters, strive to repair the hurt with humility and peace. Speak life, proclaim blessings over yourself and those around you, boldly declaring my promises even when the horizon appears dim. Affirm your identity as my beloved creation, fashioned with purpose and bearing eternal worth. When your words flow from my heart, they become a shining river that washes away gloom and sows seeds of hope in barren ground. When storms gather and trials press in, do not loosen your hold on me. Cling even tighter. Let hardship drive you deeper into prayer, not wedge you away from my side. The enemy might lie, suggesting I have turned away, but silence him with memories of my unfailing track record, recorded through history and etched in your own life. In dark valleys, I am your compass. Amid raging fires, I am your refuge. When tempests roar, I am the voice that calms them. I am your peace within the chaos, your anchor in swirling seas. Let your faith remain steadfast, for it rests on me, the one who cannot falter. Perhaps your heart now beats with unspoken dreams, quiet visions of what could be, stirring your spirit with anticipation. Know that many of those desires were placed in you by my design, threads of a grand tapestry yet to be fully revealed. Their blossoming depends on my timing. Like grapes ripening on a vine, they often require seasons of growth, moments of pruning and patient tending. Do not curse the waiting or resent the silence when progress seems stalled. I am honing you, sharpening your gifts, refining your character, and building the resilience necessary to carry each blessing when it arrives. Patience is not idleness, it is trust in motion. While you wait, refine your talents, seek wisdom, and invest in others. When the appointed hour dawns, you will stride through open doors with boldness, fully prepared. You may wonder how one small life can ripple through such a vast world with its profound wounds. My dear one, never underestimate a heart surrendered to me. I am the master of multiplication, taking even the simplest offering and weaving it into miracles. A single act of kindness or mercy can spark a chain reaction, touching lives you may never encounter. Often you will not see the full reach of your love, but every gesture offered in my name echoes into eternity. Live with intention, scattering compassion everywhere you walk. Whether your stage is grand or your corner is humble, all I need is your willingness, your yes to move mightily. Titles and wealth pale beside the beauty of a soul open to my call. Offer me what you have, and I will reveal wonders before your eyes. Knowledge is valuable, but wisdom anchored in reverence for me is treasure beyond measure. Seek it daily, not in frantic desperation, but in the hush of prayer and the pages of my word. Life will hand you countless crossroads, each choice a thread in your story. When the path is unclear, pause, breathe, trust, and ask for my light. Resist the urge to rely solely on your own understanding, for my counsel often defies popular opinion. Wisdom may lead you along roads less traveled, their steps uncertain but sure, always aligning with righteousness and love. If clarity evades you, cry out to me with genuine humility, and I will pour out understanding in abundance. Care also for the temple of your body, the fragile vessel housing your spirit. You cannot pour from an empty pitcher or run on exhausted limbs. I do not ask you to obsess over appearances. Mirrors and scales do not define your true worth. However, neglect does not please me either. Nurture yourself with wholesome sustenance. Rest in my peace, and move as you are able with the strength I have given you. Your body is my handiwork, a gift to be stewarded and a tool for fulfilling my will. Balance is your guide. Neither indulgence nor deprivation honors me fully. I want you to flourish, vibrant and ready, poised to respond whenever I call. Tending to yourself is not a luxury but a sacred duty, a faithful care of what I have entrusted to you. Reflect on where you invest your time, your energy, and your resources. Are you chasing after treasures that moths consume, or are you building a legacy that endures? Allow love to guide your hands. Share your gifts with the weary. Lend your voice to the voiceless, and offer your time to the lonely. A meal offered, a burden eased, a tender word. These are the currencies of my kingdom, their value everlasting. When you reach down to lift the broken, you also lift me. Align your heart with mine, and you will uncover riches no vault can hold, and a joy that outshines the world's momentary glitter. My precious one, extend the love I have placed in your heart. Share this with someone who needs a sign of my unfailing care and comfort. My dear child, also remember that the struggles you face in life often go beyond the physical or mental realms. They can reach into the unseen domain of the spirit. There is indeed an adversary who opposes your growth in faith and intimacy with me, delighting in sowing discord, doubt, and lures that draw you from my light. Yet do not let fear take root. I have not left you defenseless. I have given you divine armor, the belt of truth to anchor you, the breastplate of righteousness to guard your heart, the shoes of peace to keep you steady, the shield of faith to extinguish flaming arrows, the helmet of salvation to protect your thoughts, and the sword of my word, sharper than any blade to wield in spiritual battle. Put on these gifts each morning. Let prayer be your constant companion, a lifeline, warding off despair. Stand firm, for the battle is mine, and ultimate victory is already secured. When life's weight threatens to crush you, when the tempest rages and the earth quakes under your feet, whisper my name. My spirit will rush to your side like a bolstering wind, carrying you when your strength has run dry. Reflect deeply on the treasure of unity among my beloved. My heart longs to see my children woven together in love, humility, and mutual care. Yet pride's thorns, clouds of misunderstanding, and the sting of offense often tear at this sacred bond. Devote yourself to being a peacemaker, a bridge builder spanning the divides carved by others. Embrace humility, recognizing your perspective is only one thread in the vast fabric of my plan. Strive to listen as earnestly as you speak, to mend rather than to conquer whenever conflict arises. In doing so, you mirror my longing for a family united, a living testament of the eternal oneness shared by Father, Son, and Spirit. My dear one, I see the burdens that weigh upon your heart, especially the earthly needs that concern you. Coins to pay the landlord, bread for the table, or care for those who rely on you. In the quiet of your anxious thoughts, hear my assurance. I am your provider, boundless in resource and unwavering in care. As you walk uprightly, honoring me in your decisions and stewarding what I supply, I will open the storehouses of provision. This does not promise a life free of struggle, but guarantees you will never face hardship alone. I will grant you discernment to manage wisely, opportunities for honest labor, and a heart that overflows with my generosity. Cast aside fear as the compass for your decisions. Let trust in my faithfulness guide you. From the abundance of my goodness, your needs will be met, often in ways you cannot yet foresee. When confusion swirls like a storm, muddling your path and purpose, cling to this truth. I am not the source of chaos, but the bringer of peace. Pause in the turmoil, take a deep breath and seek me. Ask me to part the fog that clouds your vision, then wait for my whisper in the stillness. If frenzy seizes you, resist its pull. Step into rest and let my tranquility cover you like a warm garment. Sometimes I will ask you to wait when you yearn to rush ahead. Other times, I will nudge you forward when fear tempts you to remain still. Refine your discernment by abiding near me, absorbing my word, and seeking the voices of those seasoned in wisdom. In our closeness, you learn to distinguish my guidance from the clamor of your own desires. Celebrate every triumph I grant you, no matter how subtle its light. Too often, you fix your eyes only on distant dreams, waiting for a thunderous miracle, while missing the quiet successes I scatter along your path. Rejoice when a prayer receives its whispered answer, when a small door of opportunity opens, or when a strained relationship softens even slightly. These are not scraps, they are stepping stones, each placed intentionally to lead you toward greater heights. A heart that gives thanks for small things is primed for abundant blessings. Life unfolds as a mosaic, each tile a moment shaped by my hand. Train yourself to find delight in these seemingly modest pieces, for they form the masterpiece I am creating in and through you. Know this, my child. I am the God of unending beginnings. My mercy has no boundary. My readiness to forgive and renew has no limit. As long as your heart turns back to me, I do not use your past failings as a whip against you. Instead, I stand ready to embrace you, to dress you anew in my righteousness, and to call you mine again. Should you wander, hurry home. My arms never tire of waiting. No wound is beyond my healing. No distance is too great for my voice to reach. This is the essence of my grace, a gift freely offered, never earned, yet always available to you if your heart stands open. There will be seasons when your soul feels parched and your prayers seem to go no further than the ceiling. Do not lose hope in these deserts. Sometimes I allow the wilderness to stir a deeper hunger for my presence. Persevere in prayer. Immerse yourself in my word. Lift your voice in worship, even when you feel numb. Your steadfastness in arid times is a fragrant offering to me, forging resilience and a love that does not hinge on fleeting emotions. The rains will come again, a flood of refreshment to revitalize your spirit, after which you will cherish my nearness with a gratitude reborn from the desolate places. There you learn a profound truth. Faith does not rest on what you feel, but on the unwavering decision to trust my nature and my promises. My chosen child, I am working through you. Share this message with 3 who feel lost, and I will guide them back to my light. My beloved, guard yourself against the thief called comparison. Each soul's path is a unique melody I have composed with care. Measuring your worth against someone else's highs or lows invites envy, pride, or dissatisfaction into your heart. Turn your gaze to me instead and ask, who have you created me to be? Then follow that calling wholeheartedly. When someone else prospers, let genuine applause rise from your heart. Their success does not diminish your own. When they stumble, reach out with compassion, for you, too, have known the weight of trials. Unity flourishes when you see each person as a work in progress, molded by my patient, tender love. Also beware the subtle snare of pride, the illusion that you can navigate life's currents alone, or that your abilities suffice without my direction. Pride builds walls that block you from the fullness of my grace, dimming your recognition of your need for me and for others. Clothe yourself instead with humility, an attire that recognizes every breath as my gift. This is not self-disdain, but a proper understanding of your role in my kingdom, infinitely cherished, yet called to serve. Lift my name above your own. Let your triumphs be songs of my goodness. In humility, you echo the path of my Son, who poured himself out, never clutching at praise. My treasured one, stay watchful and alert. Temptation is cunning, often cloaked in glamour or false promise. The adversary studies you, seeking the weaker points where your resolve might falter, dangling quick remedies or flashy thrills that cannot truly satisfy. You must stand firm when these shadows approach. Arm yourself with my truth, just as my Son did in the wilderness. Speak my words aloud. Let them be both shield and sword. Anchor your soul in a lasting joy that springs from walking in my ways. Sin's promises are hollow whispers, offering a flicker of delight that quickly turns to ash, leaving only regret. Lean upon my spirit, for I have placed in you a strength beyond your own. Fill your heart with my promises, until deception finds no place to take root. If you do stumble, do not remain on the ground. Run to me without delay. My arms are always open, ready to cleanse you, lift you, and set your feet firmly on the path once more. My precious child, if grief has cast its heavy shadow over you, know this: I do not stand apart from your pain. I have walked the deepest valleys of sorrow, tasting in anguish beyond words. I hold your tears as sacred. When loss overwhelms you, let me cradle you. True healing from such wounds rarely arrives all at once, but rather unfolds gently and unevenly. Days of tender progress interspersed with nights of longing. There is no strict timetable I impose, no rush to move on. Weep when you need to. Tears are no sign of weakness. Come, rest against me. and let my presence be your solace. In time, I will weave your jagged memories into something gentler, threads of warmth and a quiet peace. Even in the ruins of heartbreak, I can plant seeds of purpose, bringing beauty to places once thought desolate. Now, let me turn your gaze to the light of joy. When laughter pours from your lips, when you celebrate a hard-won victory, or when you stand in awe of a milestone reached, I am right there, delighting in you. I am not a distant observer. Your happiness gladdens my heart. These flashes of joy are treasures I scatter along your path, beacons that remind you life is not all hardship. It is also wonder, belonging, and grace. Embrace these gifts wholeheartedly, and let your gratitude rise to me like a song. Do not hoard your joy. Let it spill over, lighting up others with its glow. In giving, your happiness multiplies, becoming a river of blessing that travels far beyond your reach. My beloved, tend carefully the garden of your heart, for it is the source from which all life flows in you. Guard its entrance with wisdom. The world bombards you with noise, images, and voices that can poison your peace or awaken unworthy cravings. Filter what you allow inside. Turn away from bitterness, fear, and lust, and search instead for what lifts you toward me. Choose daily to dwell on what is honorable, what is pure, and what sparkles with hope. Let my words be the roots that ground you, their truth shaping your thoughts brick by brick. These small, consistent choices form a fortress over time, a life shaped by my design, not the world's turmoil. If you sense your heart becoming brittle or cold, do not hide it. Bring it into my light and ask me to soften it with my touch. Hear this as well. There is great power in confession. When sin entangles your soul or resentment festers unspoken, name it in my presence. If it is right, share it with a trustworthy friend who can pray for you. Secrets flourish in darkness, growing in strength. But when you voice them, they shrink under the brilliance of truth. In honesty, healing springs up. You do not need to carry shame alone. I have already carved a pathway to freedom. My judgment is not condemnation but mercy, eager to restore. Owning your failings is not a defeat. It is a courageous step forward, a doorway through which my grace pours in great measure. Rest in my endless reign. Your mind grasps only fragments of the grand narrative I am writing. Moments, glimpses, but not the entire sweep of it. Yet I see it all, from the first breath to the last, each detail woven with care. Trust that I am threading your life into this vast design, even when certain strands appear frayed or out of place. The knots of hardship and tangles of doubt are not mistakes. Often their significance emerges only in hindsight, revealing how they forged resilience or empathy within you. Nothing is wasted in my hands, not even your missteps. When surrendered to me, they become strokes of color in the portrait I am painting. Like and share the video if you have trust in the words of the God. Subscribe to the channel if you love Jesus. Lift your eyes, my dear one, beyond life's clutter, bills piling up, duties calling, relationships shifting. I know they press in close, but do not let them block your view. Look up into the breadth of creation, the star-studded heavens, the delicate dance of nature, the cosmic tapestry that proclaims my name. Let it all wash over you, awakening your soul. I am greater than your burdens and mightier than your worries. In worship, you enter a realm where earthly troubles shrink, overshadowed by my power and my love. This shift in focus fortifies your faith, rekindles your passion, and fills you with the courage to carry on. So again, I urge you, my cherished one, cling to my promises. They are not fragile wishes, but pulsate with the same power that spoke the universe into being. Let them take root deep within your spirit, a secure anchor in every storm. Declare them boldly over your days, your dreams, and your loved ones. Meditate on them morning and evening until they are woven into your very bone. As you do, fear will yield to hope, despair will give way to joy, and uncertainty will dissolve before faith. Your steps will become surer, your purpose clearer, driven by a strength that is not your own, but drawn from my endless supply. Sense me near as these words settle in your heart. I am not far away. I am here, breathing my truth into you. Perhaps you feel a gentle warmth, a loving nudge, or a profound stillness wrapping itself around you. That is my spirit, whispering that I am real and that you are mine. You do not have to claw your way to me. I am already closer to you than your own shadow. Take heart. Have hope. The road ahead may wind through valleys or climb steep hills, but my hand will steady you at every step. I go before you, I guard you behind, and I dwell within your deepest being. My love is your fortress, unshakable and unending. Trust me with every fiber of your being. Love me with every beat of your heart. Move forward in the grace I pour out daily. Let fear fade under the light of my love. Let guilt be washed away by my mercy. Let every scar be healed by my touch. When you are tempted to abandon hope, cling to my promises all the more. Each dawn brings a fresh choice: to advance with me in faith or to battle alone. Choose me, for I alone can bear the burdens that weigh you down, my treasured child. Share this message with those seeking hope, and let them know I am always near. Observe how I am weaving renewal throughout all creation. Put your confidence in my boundless power. Welcome the warmth of my steadfast devotion to you. Open your arms wide to receive the abundance I have prepared just for you. You are my cherished delight, my priceless jewel, a masterpiece formed by my hands and chosen to radiate my love in a world that yearns desperately for it. Carry on with courage, one deliberate step at a time, moment by moment, attuned to the whisper of my guidance and held securely in my care. Speak with me as your day unfolds. Pour out your heart, every triumph, every trouble, every question, every dream, and then pause in silence, expecting my gentle reply. Your voice is a melody I never tire of, a treasure in my ears. The more you invite me into the rhythm of your days, the more your life will overflow with purpose, serenity, and unshakable confidence. Trust in the slow revealing of my plans, for even when I appear silent, I am preparing you for greater blessings and a deeper intimacy with me. In every season, whether on a mountaintop of victory or a path through the valley, anchor yourself in my love, for that is the core of who you are. When voices of doubt or disdain assail you, stand firm in the certainty of your identity as my beloved. When fears roar, counter them with the truth that I hold your tomorrow. When shadows of uncertainty approach, recall the record of my faithfulness across the ages. My love is not a flame that flickers and dies. It is a consuming fire, everlasting and constant. It stands as your unerring compass, your eternal refuge. Cling to this truth whenever you feel lost or abandoned. Guard it like a precious heirloom. Indeed, that is precisely what it is. I shower you, my precious one, with my entire presence. Receive the strength of my encouragement, the peace of my stillness, and the brilliance of my joy that outshines all darkness. Let these words sink deeply into your spirit, where they will take root and yield a magnificent harvest of trust and resolve. Reflect on them frequently, leaving no room for despair to settle in. Hopelessness must give way to radiant faith. You are encircled by my mercy, marked by my promise, and surrounded by my enduring affection. Walk into the world with confidence, carrying the promise of hope you have been given, and let your light puncture the gloom. Walk without hesitation, for I, the Lord your God, am always with you. Now let me unfold even greater depths of these truths I share. My vision for you extends beyond horizons you have yet to see, reaching realms of wonder you cannot yet fathom. I call you to live with a heart full of anticipation, eager for the miracles I will accomplish, the resources I will provide, the refuge I will offer, and the redemption I will bring to every wound you have carried. Your earthly journey winds through seasons of sowing and reaping, of waiting and celebrating. Do not lose heart if some prayers remain unanswered for a time. Think of the seed buried beneath the soil, unseen yet alive, laboring in hiddenness until its appointed season to break through into life. So it is with your prayers and acts of faith. Sown in trust, they will one day blossom into the fullness I have promised. I encourage you also to greet each dawn with a spirit yearning to grow. Life will deliver moments that stretch your endurance, humble your pride, or solidify your resolve. Rather than recoiling, welcome them as doorways to holiness. Trials can cultivate virtues that ease and comfort alone cannot produce. Open your heart to my teaching, even when it arrives cloaked in unexpected forms. A delay may teach you reliance, a stumble can build perseverance, a sorrow may foster empathy. If you surrender to my shaping in humility, every experience, whether bathed in light or shadowed in grief, becomes an instrument molding you into the likeness of my Son. My dear one, you may wonder how to discern my voice within the clamor of life's demands. So many voices vie for your attention, hoping to sway your decisions or define your worth. In this noise, I ask you to refine your perception. Come to know my voice through consistent communion with me. My words carry peace, not disorder. Clarity, not confusion. Affirmation, not condemnation. When a stirring or idea arises within you, measure it by the foundation of Scripture. I will never guide you in contradiction to what I have already revealed. Seek also the wisdom of those who have walked with me over time. As you practice, your soul will learn to recognize my leading more readily, like a sheep that knows the shepherd's call. Let me stir you to find joy in every chapter of your story, not because each moment is pleasant, but because I can work good in them all. Rejoice in hardship, for it cultivates perseverance, which builds character, which in turn produces hope, a hope anchored in my unchanging nature. Rejoice in victory, lifting praise to me as the source of your strength. Rejoice in the calm, ordinary days, acknowledging my quiet guidance, sustaining you in the everyday. This daily practice of rejoicing shields your heart from resentment and weariness. Where joy takes root, darkness cannot thrive. My dear one, you are part of my divine plan. Share this with 3 who yearn for my presence, and I will reveal myself to them. Child, hold fast to sound teaching. Be watchful for hollow doctrines and enticing half-truths that promise quick gains without deep spiritual roots. Pursue a complete and balanced grasp of my word, uniting mercy and justice, tenderness and purity, kindness and righteousness. Seek out mentors who faithfully honor my truth. Immerse yourself in study, reflection, and prayer, inviting my spirit to breathe life into every verse. In doing so, you will be unshaken by deception and steady amid the roaring winds of life. I know the longing in your heart for significance, for a legacy that resonates beyond mere existence. That desire is my gift to you. Each soul bears unique talents and callings, and as you submit them to me, you will find a fulfillment no worldly acclaim can match. Whether your sphere is your household, your workplace, your community, or your place of worship, invite me into your labors. Make your work a form of worship marked by integrity, diligence, and care. Tend the wounded, uplift the weary, and kindle hope in the lost. No act of love, no matter how small, eludes my notice or my delight. My cherished one, when standing at life's crossroads, whether it be marriage, vocation, new beginnings, or any pivotal shift, resist a careless rush into the unknown. Instead, bring your desires to me in heartfelt prayer, laying every detail before my throne. Then be patient, waiting for the calm assurance I will provide, a peace that surpasses mere human logic and comforts the restless soul. I might open wide a door of opportunity before you. I may confirm your path through a quiet certainty stirring deep within you. I may speak through voices I've prepared with wisdom. I may even close doors, gently guiding you toward a better course. Surrender your outcomes to me, trusting in my infinite perspective. I hold the grand tapestry of your life in view, and I will direct your steps with my unchanging hand. In moments of doubt, you may question your identity. The culture around you often tries to bind your worth to achievements, outward appearance, or the ephemeral applause of the crowd. But I call you to a greater reality. You belong to me. You are my treasured masterpiece, formed in the fires of my love and reclaimed by a sacrifice beyond compare. I look past what is superficial and see the depths of your being, the truest essence of who you are. Allow me to shape your self-perception. When cruel words or false labels threaten to leave scars, discard them in light of my declaration over you. Your identity is not fashioned by your failures or molded by shifting tides. It is rooted in my everlasting, unchanging love. Embrace who you are in me and walk forward with a quiet confidence, unmoved by human opinions. Understand, too, that I call you to a life of holiness, not as a stern list of rules, but as a warm invitation to reflect my character in every area of your existence. Holiness is an enthusiastic pursuit of purity, love, and alignment with my heart, set in motion by a love so deep it recoils from anything that obscures my joy. As you draw closer to me, the allure of sin fades, replaced by the soul-satisfying richness of righteousness. You cannot accomplish this transformation by mere willpower. It is my spirit within you, refining your shortcomings, anchoring you against temptation, and merging your desires with mine. Receive holiness not as a burden, but as a beautiful privilege of belonging to me. My beloved, keep your spirit open to the miraculous. Do not consign wonders to dusty relics of the past, for I remain the same, yesterday, today, and forever. I still heal broken bodies, restore fractured relationships, and revive what is lost to despair. I can hush raging storms, multiply a meager supply to abundance, and breathe life into what once seemed dead. Sometimes I move in spectacular displays, other times through a quiet renewal in a weary heart. Enter each day expecting me to act mightily. Present your requests in unshakable faith, but surrender to my timing and ways. Whether my works manifest through bursts of glory or subtle, everyday grace, my power can topple mountains. Let your trust be bold enough to ask for miracles and humble enough to rest in my decisions. Prayer, dear one, is more than listing requests. It is a sacred exchange. I long to pour my heart out to you. Insights, comfort, direction, and truths designed just for your journey. After sharing your needs, remain in the quiet. Still your swirling thoughts, and let my spirit breathe into your soul. That faint prompting, that new clarity, that gentle push, these might be my answers. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Be attentive to my whispers, for they illuminate paths your own reasoning cannot. If it helps, record these impressions in a journal, noting those that seem to bear my imprint. In time, you will discern my voice from the noise, and through this dialogue, our bond will grow, your ear more sharply attuned to the sound of my call. Allow me also to reveal the grace of humility and leadership. Some of you have been entrusted with roles of influence, whether in your home, your workplace, your community, or even your place of worship. Real leadership is not a crown to lord over others. It is a towel you wrap around yourself in loving service. Consider my son, who stooped to wash the dust from his disciples' feet. That is the leadership I bless. A heart humbled in service, a flame with genuine care, wielding an authority far greater than force. Lead fairly, compassionately, and be willing to acknowledge your own flaws. Use your position to protect the vulnerable, foster growth, and embody my ways. Then your leadership becomes a conduit of my mercy, allowing those in your care to flourish under its protection. My precious child, hear me. I am always here with you. You are never alone. I have witnessed your battles, counted your tears, and prepared a way for your breakthrough. If you feel moved by these words, trust that I planned this moment to remind you of my nearness. Every act of faith you make is like a key that unlocks the blessings I have stored for you. Extend my love to those still wandering in darkness, carrying my message so they can discover the light of my presence. There may be moments when a sacred restlessness stirs inside you, a yearning that quietly insists there must be more to life than this routine. That ache is my invitation to wade further into my depths. It is a summons to discover the gifts I placed within you, to step boldly into a hurting world with my love. Do not drown that holy discontent in passing diversions. Bring it to me instead, praying, Lord, show me the next act of trust you ask of me. With each obedient step, your perspective will expand, your spirit will awaken, and your days will be filled with a purpose that surpasses the ordinary. I also see the dream you have hidden away, once bright, now dimmed by setbacks or sorrow. Dare to bring it before me, asking, does this still reflect your heart for me? If it does, I will nurture its embers into flame, showing you the path forward. If it no longer serves the greater story I'm writing, I will hold you with a peace that enables you to let it go. Either way, failure does not define your life's end. When you place your dreams in my hands, they thread into the intricate tapestry of your days. A tapestry shaped for your flourishing, your delight, and a testimony to my goodness. Each morning, you must decide whether to rely on your own frail strength or rest in mine. Self-reliance leads to exhaustion, but reliance on me yields peace and a power that surpasses your natural limits. My spirit dwells in you as a wise counselor, a gentle comforter, and a trustworthy guide. When you surrender to his leading, you enter a realm of understanding beyond human capacity, stumbling upon insights you could not otherwise reach, and mustering a bravery that eclipses your fears. Protect this fellowship with my spirit. Nourish it daily through prayerful surrender, inviting him to influence your thoughts, soften your reactions, and guide your decisions. As you live by my spirit, you will find a richness and transformation beyond words. My precious child, if you are ensnared by sin, do not hide in the darkness of shame. My heart for those who seek forgiveness is always overflowing with compassion and mercy. Turn from the shackles of wrong and approach me with confidence. Pour out your soul in unguarded confession. Let my cleansing love wash over you. In my embrace, you will find no harsh condemnation, only gentle direction and the promise of renewal. With sincere repentance, you can walk forward unburdened, free from the weight of guilt, liberated by the endless grace I extend. My forgiveness stretches beyond every horizon, and my arms are forever open, ready to welcome you home. Often, the threads of human connection become tangled. Hurts, misunderstandings, and broken ties may weigh heavily on your heart. I see your pain. I feel the ache it creates. My great desire is for peace to reign in your relationships. Approach these divides with humility and a willingness to relinquish old wounds. Petition me to mend the ragged edges and restore what pain or time has damaged. Healing may come slowly, requiring patience, vulnerability, and mutual willingness. Yet I ask that you scatter seeds of kindness without regard for the result. When reconciliation remains out of reach, refuse to let bitterness sink its roots into you. Instead, speak blessings over those who have brought you distress, entrusting them to my care while releasing resentment. In that letting go, you will find a tranquility that lifts your soul above the tempest. My cherished one, rest assured that I am preparing you daily for the path ahead. You may doubt your strength or question your gifts, fearing you lack what is needed to fulfill my call. But know, I will never lead you where my grace cannot sustain you. Reflect on the faithful ones of long ago, imperfect, everyday people who, through my power, accomplished great things and even changed the course of history. Likewise, I have placed in you a power that far outweighs any weakness you perceive in yourself. Do not measure your worth by worldly standards. Measure it by my promise to work wonders through you. Step forward with confidence, trusting that I will supply wisdom, courage, and provision at precisely the right moment. I long for you to experience the fullness of my joy, a joy deeper than passing smiles or temporary delights, rooted in my unwavering goodness and sovereign rule over all. Even when darkness crowds in and trials rage, this joy remains steadfast, a lighthouse cutting through the gloom. You can mourn losses and still hold fast to this joy, for it is anchored not in circumstance, but in my eternal faithfulness. Cultivate it by remaining in my presence, singing praises from the depths of your soul, and counting the countless ways I bless your life. In our close companionship, my joy will arise within you, an ever-renewing spring of strength that sustains you in turbulent waters. You are never truly abandoned. Though the world may turn away or companions drift apart, I am your constant friend. Cry out to me in your loneliest hours, and I will envelop you in my embrace. chasing away the cold sting of solitude. I know every tear and every wound, yet I also see the beauty beyond the pain. Walk with me one step at a time as I untangle your questions, open new doors for friendships, and breathe purpose and wholeness into your life. Let your life testify as a beacon of hope, a living testament that unwavering faith can weather any storm. When others wonder at your resilience, share humbly and graciously that I am the foundation of your strength. Now, pause and consider the inheritance I have secured for you as my child. This earthly journey, though laden with significance, is only a quiet prelude to the symphony of eternity. I have prepared a home for you in my realm, a destiny beyond what you can envision. Let this timeless promise guide your decisions, calm your worries, and ignite your sense of purpose. The trials of this day are but fleeting shadows next to the radiance awaiting you. Cling to this hope and let it grant you a boldness no affliction can diminish. You are my treasure, a living echo of my love, a vessel of my grace, and a co-heir to a kingdom that knows no end. Stand confidently in this identity. When fatigue creeps in, my spirit infuses fresh strength into your weary frame. When the night threatens to obscure your way, I am the light guiding your steps. When defeat whispers its lies, rise up in truth. I created you to overcome by my power. May your life resonate with a continuous anthem of praise, a melody rising from your innermost being. Even now, I am flooding your heart with peace, calling you to rest in my care. Lay your burdens at my feet. I can bear them all. Take in my love like the very air you breathe, and exhale your troubles. If tomorrow comes with challenges, confront them with the faith I have sown in you. If sorrow endures, trust that I will hold and restore you. When uncertainty tugs, clutch my promises more tightly still. Again and again I whisper, you will overcome, for I hold you securely in my grasp. My beloved, words cannot fully convey the intensity of my love for you. Every breath, every step, I am there. My thoughts toward you outnumber the stars, each brimming with tenderness, delight, and unshakable commitment. This love requires none of your striving. It flows freely and unceasingly from my heart to yours. Receive it in its entirety. Dwell in its radiance, allowing it to transform every facet of who you are. As you rest in this love, let it overflow into the lives of those around you. Be my hands and feet, offering solace to the broken, patience to the difficult, and empathy to the lost. In each small act of compassion, you reveal my heart to the world. You are not just a recipient of grace, you are also the vessel through which it pours, carrying the fragrance of my mercy into every place you go. At the day's close, return to me with your struggles and triumphs, laying them in my presence. Let me wash away your fatigue and refill you with peace. Greet each dawn hungry for my nearness, ready for the fresh mercies I have prepared. My child, I never tire of you. Your company brings me delight, for it reminds you of who you truly are, forever mine. I see even your silent burdens, the pangs of guilt when you cannot stir up gratitude, the pangs of disquiet when satisfaction feels elusive. I understand the chapters of your life when the shadows of disappointment dim your view, when your heart struggles to find praise. Still, I urge you to continue on, carefully cultivating a spirit of thankfulness despite the storm. Keep lifting your voice in worship. Keep looking toward me. Emotions may surge and recede like the restless sea, but my truth is unwavering, an anchor in the waves. In time, the haze will clear, and you will see with renewed clarity how I have woven every thread of your story into a tapestry of grace and meaning. My precious one, extend the love I have placed in your heart. Share this with someone who needs a sign of my enduring care and solace. Thank you for opening your heart to my words, allowing my love to seep into the hidden corners of your being. Within you, I am planting seeds, tiny but powerful sparks of hope, resilience, and unwavering courage. Nurture them with prayer, the wisdom of my word, and the encouragement of those who walk with you in faith. Pull out the weeds that threaten to choke them: bitterness, envy, fear. so these seeds can grow strong and bear fruit far beyond what you imagine. A life radiant with righteousness and brimming with peace will result. Through you, my light will pierce even the deepest darkness, igniting hope where despair once held sway. Never forget how deeply you are cherished. You were chosen before the stars were set in the sky, formed to reflect my glory. Yesterday's missteps do not define you. Each sunrise comes as a sacred gift, offering new opportunities to honor me in your choices, to pour out love on others, and to savor life as I meant it to be. Trust the rhythm of my heart, beating with unstoppable devotion for you. Lean on the vastness of my grace, which covers every imperfection. Rejoice in my strength, which upholds you when your own is gone. Step forward into each day, shielded by my favor. I free you from fear, releasing you into a liberty that rekindles your soul. I raise you from the depths of sorrow, setting a flame of joy within you. I guide you through the chaos of uncertainty into the serene assurance of my eternal constancy. Walk with your head held high and your eyes lifted, where shame and hesitation no longer bind you. You stand as an heir to my promises, promises forged into the very fabric of eternity, unbreakable and unwavering. Let my spirit breathe wisdom into every crossroad and carve truth into your every thought. May my love be the current flowing through all you do. I am your steadfast Father, your ever-present friend, your guide through every passing moment on earth and into the boundless realms beyond. Find peace now, my precious one. Let these words settle into the marrow of your soul. They are my gift to you, a testimony of my unrelenting desire for your growth and my unwavering love for you. My heart for you is measureless. Rise then in confidence. Breathe deeply of the freedom I offer and move forward in the certainty of my care. You are held and surrounded by my nearness, forever cradled in my heart. I am the Lord your God, and I declare to you with absolute resolve, you are safe, you are loved, and you will always belong to me. Beloved, I have chosen you to walk in my love and truth. Hold nothing back. Step forward and experience the fullness of my presence. I am with you, guiding you always. Come closer. Amen. As you step back into the rhythm of your life, carry this truth with you. The words shared today are not just for this moment. They are a foundation for the incredible days ahead. You are deeply loved, uniquely called, and never alone. Let this truth strengthen you, guide your steps, and fill your heart with peace as you rise above every challenge. But remember, this is only the beginning. Every message you hear here is part of a greater journey, a journey of faith, hope, and discovering the extraordinary blessings waiting for you. Don't let this moment fade. Subscribe now and join a community that walks together in love and encouragement. Together, we'll navigate life's storms and celebrate its victories, uncovering divine truths meant to transform your life. And don't keep this to yourself. Share this message with someone who needs a spark of hope, because one word of encouragement can change everything. Return often. There's so much more to discover, and together we'll dive deeper into grace, purpose, and the promises that await. Until we meet again, go forward with peace, love, and the unshakable knowledge that you are held in the palm of His hand. Amen.